blood thinner. And if you're not saying that wound that is on his hand is making him bleed, if you even see the wound is just an average wound. That's a scratch kind of wound. It's not a deep wound. So even if you have another reopening of that wound, you shouldn't soak your duvet, except it's a deep cut. And I'm sure that's where that toxicology came with that 1.6 centimeter depth, and that's a stab wound. That's a wound that needs stitches. So a 1.6 centimeter is either a gun, an accident, a serious accident. That's where you see a flesh coming out deep inside, or you have a stab wound.
But the 1.6 is superficial. It's superficial.
Go ahead.
No, it's not superficial. Please don't say that. And that's what
the pathologist said. He said it's superficial.
Pneumonia.
What's in the pathologist?
Talking of the density, I mean the deep, how deep
yes, that's what they
the wound is.
No, yes, thank you.
How deep the wound is.
Yes, I agree with you.
Can I with ordinary
hold on. A superficial wound is 0.01 to 0.5%. Superficial is when you scratch your hand, like maybe when people are rushing, you're trying to pass a door, your skin scratches. All those kind of wound that sometimes you will see, you say, so I have this kind of injury. That's the kind of injury that you're having on Mohbad's arm. That forearm is not a severe one. So the sniper, I want to ask you, if you're going to say that kind of injury, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to ask you because you're saying, somebody can scratch and it will open again. If you look at that casket, we have blood on the neck part. And if you look at the arm, definitely that arm would have faced some kind of scratch and everything. Why isn't there a bleeding from the hand part? Why is there bleeding on the neck side?
Molly, did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, right.
Molly. Yeah, good. Yes. See, I'm just going by what we have in the CTC. I don't want to, I'm just going analyzing the CTC. I was just trying to pick out a point. Do I believe what they said in the toxicology or not? I don't, but unfortunately, that is what we have at the moment. That is what we're going to talk about. You get, if 1.5, if they said 1.5 is superficial injury, come on. And you get what I'm trying to say. So we know that they are trying to mess with our head. But unfortunately, this is what we have to talk about. This is what we've got.
Yeah, hold on. Can I say something?
Go on.
That toxicology.
Moderators, why not bringing people up? I always come bring them.
I can't see their request. Paparano, I can't see their request.
Okay, let me bring this person.
Sorry, you know what I was going to say? That no matter how much we feel that the toxicology result was altered, I will tell you in every alteration, there is a truth in it. You understand me? In that toxicology result, there is a truth in it. Obviously, at that part where they said Mohbad's father bent neck, broke his neck, the toxicology came out saying the truth that the neck wasn't broken. But possibility, and I keep saying possibility, the injury is on the neck part, from the neck to the head part, to the jaw. It's sharp within the neck. You understand? Or the blade side where you have the shoulder, that's place where if you are skinny, people will say you have conga. It could be from there. Any of that place was where the bleeding or the stab might have been.
Naimoli, are you saying are you saying there was stabbing like 100%? Don't forget Baba lawyer said there was no.
Hold on, listen to me. Which of the Baba lawyer?
Wiper, please, excuse me. Excuse me. Baba lawyer you were talking about, none of them saw that body. Let's just leave that part. Odumosu did not see that body. Let's just leave that part. So please,
let me clear myself. Please, excuse me. Hold on, please. The sniper, you are saying her because you're trying to, when people do that, you're trying to put a word in my mouth to use against me, and I'm going to clear you off. Hold on, do not talk, please. I am saying, based on what I have seen, allegedly, assumption, and I'm trying to think what could have caused the bleeding on the head part in the casket. You understand me? So this is what every critical thinking person should have at the back of their head. So you say, are you saying I'm not the toxicology and I haven't seen the body and I wasn't there? But based on the things I have seen, the images on social media, which even the people posted, the people who claim, oh, Mohbad is dead, posted, is what I'm speaking on. Based on the pathology's results. When you say 1.6 centimeter, you have to wonder, where was this 1.6 centimeter depth measurement coming from? Because what that guy has on the hand is not a 1.6 centimeter. That forearm, if you look at it, it is not a 1.6 centimeter. And it's superficial. Superficial is not even a 1.6 centimeter. From 0.5 centimeter upward is no more a superficial. So when you're having 1.6 centimeter, you're having a deep wound. So back to what I was saying, I am talking based on, what I have seen and my own submission, like what I'm thinking could be. And anyone should, because if the police are saying, okay, they are confused and everything, one way or the other, everyone are listening and is helping them solve the clue, is helping them go through it and say, okay, yes, this might be the place where I missed it. So I don't think I've said too much, trying to put you back on track. So, and that's why I asked you the question, because if you're saying because it was that bruise that caused it, and earlier you were still arguing that Baba was with Wunmi for 5 minutes, for crying out loud, back to that part.
I did not say Baba. Hold on. I did not say Baba. I meant the brother that came to BJ's live show.
Even if the man,
yeah, you can ask him questions.
Yeah, even if the man is not going to pull off a scarf. If you watch the video, I went online during the period they said some people were trying to attack. That's the day Karimo made a statement that they were trying to attack the sister. I went online, checked for video to see what happened at the funeral. And I noticed nobody, and I said it here one time, that only 2 people that I saw spoke to her. And one person spoke to her, another person ran. The guy was wearing a yellow shirt, and I don't see the guy attacking. The guy went to the other side, which could mean that that guy wanted to see a celebrity's wife. One, that's the yellow guy. Then the second person that I noticed in another video was telling them that they should please open her face, that she could fall, that the floor is slippery. They were like, they should mind, leave her, we are taking care of her. There were about 3 or 4 women that surrounded her. And that's what I was saying, if indeed they were about to attack her, definitely men should be around her, not women. But she was looking safe and sound. She was looking secure, but she was covering her face with the white chiffon.
Nini, please, even when you went to go and watch the video, did you notice that her head being swelled?
Yes, please. In the other one of the videos, there's another video. If you go through it, go look at some other videos where you see it. You see the face, like the head part.
I made the very first time that you look at it, as in the very first time. I know I can. Later I saw it. At least the very first time that you went to go and look at it. Do you notice?
I recently watched this during the Karimo stuff, so I saw videos where I saw her face swollen. Yeah, a part. If you even look at the cheekbone kind of side is a bit up. Then the head sides too, there is a swelling. Yes.
Molly, you're missing. You're not understanding her question.
I'm telling you. She asked me a question when I watched it. I'm telling you when I watched it. I'm not saying September. I watched it.
Yeah, Sniper. She has clearly the thing. She said she just recently watched it recently.
The video I have seen,
because if it's recently, there's already people already said it, that I had it swallow and this happened, so she will have taken her time to look at it.
Yes, so I took my time. Thank you very much. So I took, because I watched different videos, because the sister accused Baba sending people to attack in that last video, and in my head I'm like, let me see those that wanted to attack, and I was watching. You understand? So I wanted to see if indeed she had some kind of face that is not current.
So when she's done, I don't think she's done. When she's done, you can continue.
Okay.
So based on that, I'm just saying that wound thing, for me, there is a step somewhere where you have the 1.6 centimeter. You understand? I'm only just coming in here to say, okay, because that wound, even if you have a slight injury, even if it reopens, first of all, there is a fluid that comes out before maybe a blood will start coming out. So if you say you're cleaning that, that is not enough to soak a duvet. And even from the video and picture we've all seen, that is not enough to have blood on Mohbad's head part, that ear side. It's not enough to give such
Imoli, we're not arguing about that B. We're only talking about what someone else said regarding the Kotiwu. She said, somebody else said in his own statement that he went to buy spirit and Kotiwu in the morning. Was it in the morning or in the afternoon? That is what she's trying to clarify. That why is this person saying he went to buy
DJ Bami said he went to buy cotton wool and spirit, but before he got back, he had already gone to sleep. And if we are going by that, Spending said immediately they got home, they went upstairs and they were hearing noise, that it was only Adura that went upstairs that night again. So it's contradictory.
Yeah, very.
So can we go on?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. But real quick, I just wanted to be sure that you had stated that Wumi said she had dressed the wound, or like she tended to it. Did she say she cleaned the wound at any point in time?
Did. She said she cleaned the wound. Yes.
She said she cleaned the wound.
Let me read it for you. Let me ask you, from the scene of the incident, you said the blood was not really gushing, just a drop. She answered, I didn't notice until he got to the room to meet me. She was asked, when he got to the room, was the blood still gushing? She answered, it wasn't. I already used my baby's cotton wool. So obviously she did clean the injury.
So she cleaned it, but did she use the mentholate, like the alcohol, like the spirit? She didn't use that, or did she just use the cotton wool? Like, cause she's not making any sense. Like, she cleaned it. What did she clean it with? Like, what did you use the wool to clean it? You can't just clean a dry wound with just cotton buds or cotton wool. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if she's saying that she cleaned it with the alcohol, which is the spirit that they got. So what that does to like a wound is to reduce bacterial infection. So I don't know what she like, I don't know what she was talking about, at that inquest, because to be honest,
I think
when you use cotton wool and you use spirit, which is like alcohol, mentholated spirit, right, to like attend to a wound, you're reducing every form of bacterial infection as much as you can. And being that the cut was not that deep, and she's saying that it wasn't, she noticed it, meaning if she didn't notice it prior to then, that means it wasn't anything of a big deal. And to be honest, like, I don't know why, we're basing on that arm situation. Like, hopefully, like, it's the actual arm that he used to hit Prime Boy. If it was the right arm, fine. Do you understand? I don't think if he punched him, or he tried to punch him, is his arm that would be like suffering. Do you understand? The arm can only suffer by getting inflamed due to the fact that his fist was already suffering from a hit, right? So if the arm was inflamed, that's understandable. Glass is crystal clear and it's plain, right? It's not rough. It's not gravel. If it was on the floor, if they said, okay, Mohbad fell and then hit his arm or something, or fell on his arm, then maybe there was stones on the floor. Then we say, okay, yeah, he hurt himself and he cut himself really, really bad. And then he was bleeding that much. To my understanding, I feel like there was another cut or another hit or injury that happened, at the house that led to the pool of blood on the duvet. That's all I wanted to say. So, because if someone said he had an infection, or they said they administered some medications to him because, they were trying to avoid infection or whatever, like, it doesn't make any sense. Because Wumi, if you have attended to the wound with alcohol and cotton wool, like, you have minimized every form of bacterial infection.
Or in this case, she never makes use of alcohol or the cotton wool. So definitely the injury was not, it was just a minor injury that needed not to bleed the next day.
She didn't even have to use cotton wool. She could have just run water on his arm to stop the bleeding. Like, there's so many things that people can do when it comes to first aid. You understand? Like, the spirit is not even the when first. When it comes to first aid, it's not the first thing to use. To be honest, like, you can just run water. Like, if your hand is, even if you have a deep cut and you're bleeding like nonstop, when you run water, like warm water or like lukewarm water on that arm, it would literally like it will stop the bleeding. It will still be bleeding, but it wouldn't be bleeding as much as it had in the beginning. So trust me, like, I don't know why they did what they did, or why they're saying what they're saying, but everything is just not adding up from the first inquest. You can continue. Thank you.
Okay. Who broke the news of these deaths in the car? I was not in the car with them. I think the sniper, should I go on?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
I know you wanted to talk something. You wanted to say something about she said she was not in the car, which we all know was all lies, but go on.
Okay. Then she was asked in paragraph 3, you said on the 22nd day of February 2022, the deceased, his friend Michael, aka My C, and his girlfriend Dominica got a call from another of his friend. My question is this: Michael worked for the deceased. Michael did not have any position. He used to be a friend. Did Michael live with the deceased? He doesn't. Does he go out with the deceased for sure? Sometimes, not regularly. They were friends. They used to be. Please, can you tell this court at what point Michael and the deceased part ways? It was after the NDLEA issue. Is it this year? Last year? What did you discover on why the deceased and Michael part ways? The deceased told me, his father and every member of the family, that he noticed that Michael is acting like an informant to Naira Marley and the rest. He even went as far as saying there was a time he approached Michael about the way his promotion was going, and Michael advised him and took him to meet a lawyer to fight against the Malians for his royalties and everything, a lawyer to fight against the Malians for his royalties and everything. He followed him to meet the lawyer. Said Michael was recording the conversation. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, but your network is not stable. But we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I know. That was what I asked. Okay. Where did I stop? Okay. So when he got to the house, notice Michael was recording every of his conversation. One thing about my husband is he trusted Michael to some point. So when he got to the house, he narrated everything to me and said he was Michael pressing his phone, and when they got there, he wasn't saying anything. Probably because he did not want his voice to be in the conversation. And my husband still watched to know better. And after the NDLEA period, he said Michael will tell him to go to Naira Marley, the Malians, and start talking, even though he knew most things he's saying does not tally because of how he is feeling. He will tell him to go there and talk, and whenever they get there, Michael will not say anything. He will just be watching. I was close to my C too, and at some point, he thought I was working with my C for the Malian, and my husband stopped talking to me for a week because he thought we were all together. But when I went to his sister's place at Sangota, the mother, sister, everybody We did a meeting and my husband narrated how he had been feeling towards me and he thought I and Michael were friends. And the mother said her son had said the same thing. That do I have anything in contact with Michael? And I said no. I only know him as my husband's friend. And the father and everybody said I should stop talking to Michael because he's an informer to the Malians. And I stopped. And even my husband stopped talking to him. Do we want to talk about that?
If we want to talk about that, what I remember that was said about this incident was when they tried to separate Mo from CY, that they had to go and eat him with his sister. But she later got to, he spoke with her and they reconnected. So I don't know if that's the story she's trying to repeat, but in a twisted manner.
Sorry, please. If you don't mind me asking, I'm sorry, I'm here, but what was the question that was asked that led to her like giving all that gibberish, please?
Exactly. I wanted to talk about it, but
Yeah, I just
okay,
want to just repeat that. Yeah, because I'm like, who the hell is Michael? Yeah, why all these names? What was the question they asked her that warranted her saying all those
At that time, Maisy has already come out to start saying things about her. To start
No, it
telling
doesn't
the
matter.
world.
It doesn't matter. Like, you don't deviate from the question. Like, what was the question they asked her that led to her saying all that extra stuff? I'm just curious.
But
what
all
did
the
you
questions
discover on
that
why
they
the
have
disease?
asked her,
Where did you
she has
discover what?
always.
Wait. Hold on, God, please. What did you say,
What did you
Vibes?
discover on why the deceased and Michael part ways?
Oh, I see. Okay. And where did Michael come from in the first place?
Michael is Mohbad's friend. According to her, Michael used to be Mohbad's friend. That's my C.
Oh, okay, that's my C. I see. Okay, so my C
So,
came and said X, Y, and Z, and then
Isabella, let me explain this to this part to you, right? So there was a question thrown to her. She said that she was talking about the label boss and his cohorts, right? So she mentioned Naramali, C Black, and Micey. She skipped Sam Larry. Now, from all of these people, right, the one that she's got personal beef with is Michael. That is why she mentioned Michael. Even though Michael did not fight Mohbad or bully Mohbad at any point, she could have spoken about Naira Marley, Sam Larry, but she didn't do that. She chose to go for Maisy because Maisy granted interview, I believe, and Maisy was saying stuff about what he knew about her. Do you understand now?
I get it. Okay, I get it. I see what she's trying to do because I was trying to see like how she was, trying to maneuver. So clearly, like she's deflecting. So I get it.
Yeah, she was meant to talk about Sam Larry and Naira Marley that were actually bullying. The way our fans, our people have been telling you guys should talk about Naira Marley, but she had the opportunity to go into details,
Yeah,
but she
she
didn't.
already. Yeah, so she had already lied. Like I remember when Vite started, um, talking about so who announced the death of Mohbad, and she said she was not in the car or something funny. Like she had already lied right there, and then she had to continue with the lie. So I get it where it's all leading up to. Sorry for the interruption.
Please don't forget that audio that was released, according to, they said Michael girlfriend released that audio. That audio that tó bá pa mí ò lè pa àwọn family mi. Where is my iCloud? They said it's Michael's girlfriend that released that audio.
Okay, so I guess Mumi was trying to get a comeback. Was she expecting them to arrest Michael like right after the inquest? Jokes. Continue, please.
So you agree? Michael. Okay. So you agree with me that because the disease discovered that Michael was a mole that was planted in a house by the Malian, that was why they parted ways. Yes. In your written deposition, paragraph 3 and 4, You said the NDLEA came to the house to arrest people. I want to ask you, was the deceased inside the house when the NDLEA came? That question was already answered. That is it. Thank you. Then she
Go on.
replied, okay, my lord, I have some things to say. When my husband died, they did not tell me where they wanted to bury my husband. I never knew anything. They took me out of the box. The day they wanted to bury my husband, I begged them that we should take him to the morgue, but they rejected. They never answered me. I had to follow them to the mortuary without anybody telling me, and I tried talking to my father-in-law, but he just moved his hand and asked me to move out of his way. When they were taking him to the mortuary, I was not aware. They did not tell me anything. I had to follow them with a car. When we got to the mortuary, they left me. I had to move with my child and my sister to the house. The next morning, I never knew they wanted to bury my husband. They did not tell me. And how I got to know was when Baba's girlfriend, people used to call her the stepmother on the media. She's not the stepmother. The stepmother likes me so much. She's a girlfriend to Baba. They are not related. I got to know where they wanted to bury my husband through the statement that this woman made on TikTok. And that was where I got to know the land they buried my husband. The same day they buried my husband, they wanted to kidnap my baby just because of what this woman has said. They wanted to beat me and they had to protect me till I got to where they wanted to bury my husband and pay him his last respect. After that, this same woman was saying to people that they should hold me and not let me go. They should injure me or they should either kill me or my baby. She is in this court presently, acting like Baba's wife, but she is his girlfriend. This woman has been online, defaming me and saying different things about me and making people feel I am bad. I never knew when they buried my husband. I know my father-in-law loves me so much, and I know everything he has been doing is because of this same woman. And she is presently here acting
Wait,
like
Vite, hold on. Did she say she never, repeat that part, she never knew
I
when they
never
buried?
knew when they buried her
Should that
husband.
should that be a mistake or is me thinking? But she was there at the burial ground. Was she not there?
No,
There.
she's trying to say that she's trying to say that she did not know that he was going to be buried, that day and all that. I'm confused.
Let's use our words, I beg.
She already
Use
talked
our
about
words.
Use
that.
her
No,
words. Use her words. Don't try
use
to
her
use what
words.
she said.
That's our words.
She already said
didn't know.
she already said
she
she
didn't know.
did not know they were going to bury him the next day. She got to find out
She's
on
lying
social
because
media.
she's lying because what happened, at the station when Baba Mubad came to the house and found out that, Mubad was dead. Like they all went to the station, right? And they needed a police report, right? That they didn't get in order to deposit the body in the morgue. Where did she think Mubad's body would have been kept or placed? Like, what is she talking about? What is she talking about? I'm confused because how did you not know they were going to bury him? Where was your husband's body the night you went to bed? By the morning, why didn't you go sleep with the body next to you if you really needed to protect that body and you needed to know when the body was being buried? I'm confused.
Can I quickly?
Isabella, let me help you out. In this is because she had already come out with a narrative that Baba broke his, I don't want to call her, Mubad's wife, broke, his son's neck. You understand? And buried the son. And that was the narrative everyone has. So she has to keep up with that lie. She needs to push out that lie that the man was the one who did the final killing of the son that was already embalmed, nose blocked, ears blocked, mouth blocked. Oh my God.
Exactly.
Can I quickly say something to this? Yeah. Baba said, and I quote, he said after when they got to that place at the morgue and the morgue attendant refused to receive the body, he gave instructions to Dawosa to get caskets and he will be going back home to go and get a place that they will bury him. So definitely
Exactly.
he was there. when they made
Yeah,
that
and
statement,
Darusha
because
would have told
Dausa
her,
even
"Oh,
said that
Wumi,
Dausa
I'm going
even
to do
said,
this."
Istima, Dausa even said that it is the whole family that concluded that they should go and bury him. So what they're
Exactly.
saying is just a pure lie.
Yeah, because Darusha and Wumi, they're in the same house, correct? Baba Mubad left them, to left them and left the house or left
The
wherever it
mug,
was they
he
were.
left them at the
So
mug, not house.
exactly.
At the mug.
So Darusha obviously knew like what they had to do. If Wumi left them there, she already knew what they were going to do. So I'm confused as to how she's saying that. That's what I'm saying. Like she already lied at the part where they asked her like a straight question. Who announced the death of your husband? Like, were you knowledgeable about the announcement of the death of your husband? She said she doesn't know. She didn't know. So like from that point, like everything up she's saying, I don't really care. Like it's already a lie. So that's fine. Go ahead.
The only issue I had with the woman is because I stopped her from coming to my husband's house, and my mother-in-law doesn't like her. Also, I have been getting threats, death threats. The day Baba was talking on the media, area boys from Okeluletu went to scatter my sister's place. My sister had to run away from the house. Ever since then, she has not been to Ikorodu. Whenever I want to go out, I'm always on face masks just because of the defamation Baba has been carrying on the media. My life is at risk and they are threatening me. I had to deactivate my Instagram. I'm getting death threats every day just because of the things I did not do. Baba himself knows my husband does not have money. When my husband left Malian music, Bella Shmurda fed us for 3 months. Bella Shmurda is my husband's best friend. October, November, December, Bella Shmurda gave us food to eat. Everybody knows he does not have money. My husband left the label with zero kobo, not even something as small as 100,000. It was during the show he was getting this year that he started having money. Baba knows, and he told my husband that he should always give them 100,000 monthly, just because he knows the pocket of my husband. I was surprised when I saw all this defamation on the media, but I cannot come online to talk because of my child. They are the only family Liam has. A lot of journalists are here doing TikTok, defaming me. I can see all of them. But the only reason I'm being quiet is because my late husband doesn't like anything like noise, and Baba knows. I believe that that woman is the one behind all these things because Baba loves me so much. This girl is the motherfucker.
She's sick. Do we still have psychologists in Nigeria? Because she needs a psych evaluation like ASAP. Because how the hell would you be saying your father-in-law loves you? He's doing everything. He's doing this. He's doing that. The next minute you are saying all the defamation, all the stuff that your father-in-law has been saying. Like, what are you talking about, this lady? And first of all, like, let me address the money part. Madam, you are the one that had access to everything that Mohbad had. Like, the music, everything that he was doing, right? Like, you knew his coins. Artists, don't just like, Mohbad was not a bottom barrel. Do you understand? Like, you can't compare him to DJ Chicken. Like, hell to the freak no. Do you understand? Like, he wasn't bottom barrel. Mohbad was not that artist that was getting money from shows. Like he made music. Do you understand? Like he wrote songs. Do you understand? So I don't know what you're talking about by saying, when did he leave the Malian house for starts? Like, how many years ago that you're talking about that currently? Like, I'm confused. Like, did you not understand that his net worth like surpassed and increased? Like, are you not aware of that? Or you want to deny that fact?
Get that wrong. She said when they left, he left with 0 naira, and Bella Shmurda fed them for 3 months. But I like I said the first time I was talking about this thing, Naira Marley lawyer came online and said Mohbad left with $60,000. Nobody has argued that with Naira Marley lawyer.
No,
He
we're not even talking about that, Wura. I'm like, let's
even go back to when she said he left with 0 naira. No, let's go back to when she said he left with 0 naira that made Bella Shmurda to feed them for 3 months.
How many years ago was that? How many years? 3 months? Was it 3
It's
months
not
before
even how
he
many
died?
years ago.
Was
No,
it
me,
3
I'm
months
now
before
saying
Mohbad
that
died? Please, I want
when
to
they
know.
were living.
Please,
No, she
answer
didn't
this
say 3 months
question.
before Mohbad died. She said when Mohbad left the record label, Bella fed
Good,
them for 3
good,
months.
good. So after that 3 months, so what happened? Like with the house you're living in, who got it? Like you're not understanding. Like please ignore her. Like ignore her BS. Like it's not making sense. You're talking about something that happened years ago or months like way ahead, like before people even got like like people started knowing about Mohbad and who he was. It's not adding up right. Like why are you talking about, oh, so and so person fed them for months? Do you know how music, like how, like, do you know how people like just a song, like just one song, for example, Egu, Chike and Mohbad, do you know how that literally like skyrockets? That one song, needless to say, all the songs that he had already sang, like Sorry and other stuff, right? Like
No, Bella,
what
don't
is
let
she
us
talking
even
about?
deviate. Don't let us deviate to this time.
We're not
We are talking
deviating, but
about
it's
that
still the
3.
same. We're still talking
No,
about
we
the
are talking
Malian.
about that 3 months when he left Malian record. That's
No,
what we are talking
please. We're
about.
not. See, if you're gonna be talking about that, you're gonna sleep there, okay? Because she wants you to sleep wherever she wants you to follow wherever she's saying. Like we're talking about Mohbad died in September, right? Are you telling me that August, June, July, like you're talking about, are you saying that in June Bella fed you? Because I'm confused. Like, how does Mohbad not have any money? It doesn't make any sense.
And that's what she said now, and that is on her. Let's move forward.
Next.
Isabella, hold on. Lewura, we've heard your point. Lewura,
No.
Wura,
I understand. Like she was explaining
no,
something to
you're
me,
not
but I'm
getting where
saying that
Wura is coming from. You
I'm
just hold
getting her
on.
point. I'm understanding. She's trying to analyze what Wumi was trying to talk about. Like when she was saying, oh, 3 months after, like they stayed with Bella for 3 months, XYZ and all that. I understand, but we don't need to sleep on all these
Wait, she's
things.
trying to emphasize on the $60,000 that
Yes.
nobody came to talk about. Let her finish that.
Yeah, Isabella, you both are saying the same thing. But what Gold is saying is she's talking with the figure of the amount. You're saying what happened within 3 months, blah, blah, blah. She has no right to come and tell you that. And Wura is trying to tell you the same thing. What you're saying is just that both of you are saying it from 2 different angles. So let Gold speak up. She was talking about the $60,000 that he left the show with. You're also talking about the things that Mohbad has. You understand? It's the same thing. So
Yeah.
let Wura finish up. It's the same thing both of you are saying. You're both on the same.
Now that she said Bella fed them for 3 months, and Naira Marley lawyer came online. He had an interview with Daddy Freeze. He said Mohbad left with $60,000 and a black Lexus 2022. And I've not seen anybody. So the question is, if Mohbad left with that money and that car, so why was Bella Shmurda feeding him at that time? So because if he didn't leave with that money, I expected somebody to have countered Naira Marley's lawyer. But till now, nobody has countered that. So right, let's move forward.
Okay. Mrs. Aloba, ma, they are threatening me. I have not been fine. I have not been producing breast milk ever since my husband died. I'm going through hell. I have left my husband's house just because I have to run for my life. How long do I have to keep acting this way? Mrs. Aloba, you said your late husband does not like noise, and that is why you have been silent. And I believe you still maintain that. That is why I am pouring my mind to the court. Be calm and allow justice take the due process. Thank you, ma. Whatever has been said, you know the truth, and God knows the truth. I understand. My Lord, I am very sorry because I represent the Father, and I spoke to my learned friend. I have several things that I needed to ask, but because of the interest of peace, I abandoned some questions. She kept on saying the father-in-law loves her so much. And she answered, a lot. The love will still continue. What was the significance of the cloth you dropped on your husband's corpse? I didn't even know. My mom was in the States, and in Yoruba, they called something, I can't pronounce that. They wanted to get me a Bible to put inside the grave.
Let me pronounce it for you. Asho Ibora, so people understand. Asho Ibora.
Okay. They called something Asho Ibura.
Asho Ibora means cover clothes. For the sake of people who don't understand Yoruba.
They wanted to get me a Bible to put inside the grave, but they didn't see. They call it Asho Ibura. That it means protection, to protect your loved one.
Hold up, like Fingy will say, aristocrat. So I believe these people are Christians, right? Am I correct?
Yes,
Definitely. Yeah.
All right. So she said she wanted to use Bible, but they couldn't find Bible. So they don't have Bible in the house.
It's possible they don't have a Bible in the house.
You can buy a Bible in your church. Don't they have a church that they were going to?
So it's easy to find a cover cloth that you will put inside but Bible is difficult to find. Which one is easier to find? And which would make more sense?
Bible.
Bible now.
So,
but I have a question, please, on the sniper. Sorry, Vite, anybody that can answer, right? This Asho Ibora, right? Isn't it like it's like a prayer cloth, right? Isn't it someone that is alive or that is living that needs to wear that to, like, maybe like your pastor says, oh, where you have to like use it to sleep, or like just wear it when you go out with you today, or something funny? Like, isn't that how it works? Isn't it a living person that makes use of that? I just want to know.
Sorry, repeat your question again. Sorry, my bad. Repeat your question.
Sorry, the Asho Ibora, isn't it like someone who's alive that that makes use of that?
In this situation, yeah, the Asho Ibora she's talking about is not just a cover cloth. She is saying she wanted to use it to protect her husband.
Protect him from what?
Protect him. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the point.
Yeah, so it can probably in her own defense, she's trying to say so you could rest in peace, isn't it?
No, he's already resting. Like, that stuff is actually for people that are alive and well. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. What form of traditional rites is that? I've heard that thing before.
From Yoruba movie, yeah. We can say, let me go to movies now. Yeah, that's where I've seen it. I haven't witnessed it in reality. So some people use it for good cause, while some people use it for bad cause. So now it depends on how we want to define as. Do you understand?
So
Okay, my observation is, like, they had it. Where did they get it from? Like, they already prepared the cloth down, or what happened?
Exactly, that kind of thing. They prepare it down. Do you understand what I mean? Like, they pray on it for days or hours and stuff like that, and they tell you to come pick it up. Like, I'm confused. Like, isn't that how it works? Like, can someone help? Because
Isabella, when she let her continue, you get her answer, and then we can now talk about it.
Based on Mohbad's video, based on Mohbad's voice notes, I think he was saying he had warned her not to put a cloth on him. And some people assume that's going to be the same cloth she still placed on Mohbad. Because Mohbad's video, the voice saying that you still put the cloth on me, right?
Disobedient wife.
You understand? Then now that it's dead, people now still assume that cloth was still dropped inside. But another thing I was going to ask, when she did that, before doing that, did she consult the family? What is the family of Mohbad forbidding for them to put anything in their casket? It's meant to be a family thing. You don't go ahead and do things without the family's consent. She didn't give
You're very correct.
It wasn't even in the casket.
On that ground,
in the grave.
On that ground, I am going to lay the blame on the Adura and every other family member that was there. You
No, no,
get?
no, no. They are not the elders.
They were
They are not
all
the elders.
involved now. They
You
were
should
all
discuss with
involved,
the
right?
elders.
No, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying
You
is,
have to discuss
when
with the
Mohbad
elders.
was laid, when he was laid, before they do the pouring of the sand and all of that, were there no family members there? I'm not talking about Baba now.
No, the
Was
elders
Adura
will
not
not be
there?
there. The younger ones can be there. But that's what I'm saying, that at the moment, before she would go there with the rapper or anything, it should be discussed when she went for prayer with Baba. Because according to Baba's brother, he said she went to pray. So when you know, okay, so I'm going to the burial site, or this is according to the tradition from my people, I would want to drop this. Then Baba will say no, or he will say
Yeah,
yes.
or they will pray over the same thing and say, okay, let's pray over
Or you
it
will say, this is what
and
we
join,
believe.
add
Let
more
us drop a
prayers.
cross. Because Baba is a celestial, be a cherubim. We can drop a cross. And he will tie it with cross or do something, not a black nylon and a white cloth. So
She's also
she
taking permission. I've already said it. I've called it disobedient wife. He warned you before. So now that he's dead, you still went and carried it and put the thing. Like, just listen, follow instructions. See now, we're pinning you here. Please, she does not have sense.
Right, continue. So you get the response to all of her, or
Okay.
they asked her that question.
That it means protection, to protect your loved one in the grave. And I used part of the cloth for myself. I did not really know. It was when Baba tackled me in the court and she narrated that it was whatever it is. In Ijebu, because I am from Ijebu, to cover your loved ones. Question. So that was what you dropped, so it can cover you, to cover himself. The last question. Your father-in-law said when he was invited that the son was dead, he went to Lekki where he stayed and he saw a cloth. The guy's clothes covered and soaked with blood, and that presupposes that there was a quarrel, and that is why he asked you that time that, are you sure that injury was minor? Your father-in-law said he saw these clothes and he engaged you in a conversation. He never spoke to me that day. I tried talking to him, but he just jacked his hand. But was it true that there was a cloth that was soaked in blood, full of blood?
Hold up again. There is somewhere there that she said, or what you said. You said your father-in-law said he saw this cloth and he engaged you in conversation. She said he never spoke to me that day. So if she's saying Baba never that day, is she talking about the burial day or the day he died? Which one is she referring to?
I think it should be the day he died.
So I believe they had a conversation. That's not when she said Baba go and roll the oku. So why is she saying he never spoke to Baba that day?
Baba Eloro. Was it
Baba
the
Eloro.
professor that
So
was
that
telling
means she
Baba
spoke
to
to.
Eloro?
So that means she had a conversation with Baba that day. Yes or no?
When Baba asked what happened to my son, the answer was Ejeka Loro Okwe. So
But here she's saying she never had a conversation. She never engaged Baba on that day. So
and according to
Jesse,
Baba's cousin that came on Bukky Jesse's life now, that one too has said to us now that she came in a 1999 model Sienna and he took him to where Baba was and Baba prayed for her. Moving on.
Do you mean during the burial?
Hold on, please. I just want to clear one narrative, yeah, from a comment section. And in case other people are having such mindsets like this person, Sophia, there was a question Sophia said that the people, somebody handed the cloth to Wunmi, right? And is the people from, and I asked her a question, were they from the father's side for them to do that? She said, no, they will be from Wunmi's mother's side. Now I need to go back and I need these people to use their brain. Wunmi said she never knew a funeral was going on. She dashed down. How come people from Ijebu were able to come with the rapper to the burial site immediately? Please, you people should have sense. Thank you very much. Vibes, continue. Thank you.
Sorry, please, just to pause. Sorry. There's no need for sentiments. I feel like everybody needs to be educated. You know, people in the comment section, like, you can't say family is family. Like, like you're not gonna recreate bullshit. Do you understand? Like when you're growing up, before you came into this world, there's family, like nuclear family and extended family. Nuclear family consists of mother, father, and the children. Extended family, mother, father, children, uncles, aunties, grandparents, cousins, and all that. Okay, so you cannot say family is family when you and your wife, or you and your husband, have a child. That is your blood. Do you understand? Like that is your family, right? But your husband is not part of your nuclear family. Like if your parents, there's stuff going on with your family, like you guys have family stuff to deal with. You're not going to call your wife to interfere. It's none of her business because she's not going to call you to her own family stuff. So you can't tell me family is family, okay? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like there's nuclear family and there's extended family. There's blood-related family and there's extended family, like people that are not related to you by blood.
Let's move on. Okay, so that was what you dropped so it can cover you, to cover him. The last question. Okay, he never spoke to me that day. I tried talking to him, but he just jacked his hand. But was it true that there was a cloth that was soaked in blood, full of blood? The only thing my father-in-law saw was the bedsheet, not his personal clothes. And it wasn't soaked because even after he died, his younger brother used that bedsheet to sleep for a week. It was soaked in blood. It was not soaked. It was a stain. I didn't know if he saw any cloth because where my husband was in the room with me, I did not see any cloth, and we slept on the same bed sheet with me, and it was a white bed sheet, and that was the same bed sheet on the balcony, the same thing Baba saw that day. So I don't know. He said his corpse.
Hold on again, Vite. Hold on, please. Vite, Gold, or anyone. When Baba said he saw blood, did Baba say the cloth or whatever? Did Baba mention balcony or he said he saw in the room? Does anyone know?
In the room or where they used to talk.
So
not back home.
So, but she is saying balcony now, which means she's lying again. So maybe this is the one that they thought they were going to use to deceive people. That was why they put it in the open by putting it in the balcony, not knowing Baba was going to go to the room.
The question is, she said Adura slept with that same duvet for 7 days. So Adura, you are sleeping with your brother blood for 7 days. Okay, let's move forward.
He said his corpse, upon examination, there was a deep cut in his hand, not a minor cut. Which hand? This same hand? Yes, it was a very deep cut in his hand. Did you check the corpse? Did you see the corpse? There are proofs online of the same cut. I am sure about 10 to 15 people would have seen it here. It wasn't deep. Okay, thank you. Then she went ahead to say, there's something I noticed. This same I see. I noticed sometime
She's
last.
She's back on my C again. She's back on, but this is personal vendetta now. She's back on my C.
I noticed sometime last week, and I don't know why I was not informed when they wanted to bury him. This same my C was on call with this Baba's girlfriend, and I feel this same person that could do this thing with my husband. None of my husband's relatives should be in contact with him after my husband's demise. And I'm really curious, why did she have to talk to the same person my husband complained about to the whole family? She was talking to the same person after my husband's death. What is their connection? I need to know. Thank you. You may step down. I think that's
go back to that. She said my C was talking to that woman, right? The same woman she had said earlier. The same Baba's girlfriend that she had said earlier that wanted to beat her. So how did she know my C was the one talking to that woman? Like, let's bring it together. No, can you go back to where she said that woman was as in that woman wanted to beat her up. I think the woman was part of the people that wasn't making her to be comfortable at the burial site.
Okay.
So it's that same woman now that was calling Myci. So how did she know that the woman was talking to Myci? Did she
She said the only issue I have with the woman is because I stopped her from coming to my husband's house, and my mother-in-law doesn't like her. Also, I have been getting, I think that's it.
Okay. So now she had a hold on the woman's phone. She went through the woman's call log, and she know the woman was in communication with Myci.
No. Good. She has the woman iCloud.
Yeah, she has already had the account. Okay, let's move forward now. She's now Arinurode Olumoro.
I think that's all. I think that should be all for Wunmi, because thank you, you missed
Yeah, that's
down.
all for me.
Please, I want to play a video for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So that video is because when we are talking about the show now. But I think Soso Berekon gave an account of this show in this video that they left together. So let me look for the video. When I see it, I'll come up again. I'll play it.
Okay, so another thing I noticed, right, when you read the stuff before the end, you said Wunmi confirmed that the wound wasn't deep. So when the wound is not deep, how come blood is everywhere? And why was the duvet at the balcony, or the cloth at the balcony? What was he looking for at the balcony? Did they fight to the balcony? Is my question. Me, I'm still wondering. I'm trying to add 1 + 1 together.
Maybe she went to.
I don't even like to.
Maybe she went to the plot at the balcony. She went to spread it there at the balcony.
I don't even like talking about this Wunmi's CTC, because everything she said does not even add up. Like, it's not even adding up at all. So, like, I just feel there's no point.
She said the wound wasn't that bad, or it wasn't that deep, or it wasn't a deep cut. Why did she tell Adura that it was Prime Boy that killed Mohbad?
So I've gotten the video. It's also Berekon's interview, like after Mohbad died. Let me switch to my camera. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. I just I came online because of my attention was drawn to a post calling out Mohbad, calling out General Peters on this Mohbad's death. I've been very careful about talking about this in public, because we've been waiting for police investigation, and we're waiting for the family and all that to talk. Now, first of all, the General Peter as a brand, Mohbad did a show for us before he passed on. May his soul rest in peace. As a company, we already We already had a consulate post that we're supposed to post for him, which we intend to drop tomorrow. This is it. It was done yesterday, and I told them to hold on that we'll post tomorrow. This is the general habitats. Emole keep shining. Because of the back and front of accusations left and right, wanted to really understand what was going on. But as a company, the General Habitat is already sponsoring a tribute candle night for Mohbad. It's not everything we have to come out and talk. We're already sponsoring. There's a candle night procession holding. There's a candle night procession holding in Murikola Park, because the way the family buried him, this is Mohbad's candlelight procession tribute concert. This is the cost of everything, and we're already in contact with the organizers as a company to sponsor, to support the event. So the General Habitats know they didn't abandon him. We cannot abandon him. So we are not coming out to say anything as a company. I've been supportive, and I've been supportive to the boy. So calling us out now, I don't think we're not quiet. We didn't abandon. Even today I was on a live, we're talking how we're planning to support his family and his wife. If people watch my live today. So the Jabita is supporting and holding a concert in tribute to him, because the way they rushed the boy burial, we don't understand. We're even trying to create an avenue where his fans can honor him. So we're supporting him. We're supporting his family on our own way. So we need to abandon person, and we cannot abandon the dead. So that's why I came on live. So this lover, we're not abandoned now. We're still on it. If you want me to post it again, I have this thing here. We're in contact with his team. This is their budget. In case some of them want munch, I'm here again. This is the budget. This is the proposal. This is they sent to us. You can see it. Mohbad's candlelight procession and tribute concert, Murikola Park, sound level permit, event clearance, 2 fully functioning ambulance, nurses, security, truck and DJ candlelight. So we not abandon our Bego. We can. This is the budget. This is what they sent to us. This is the account number. They say we should send the money. So may you sow us in perfect peace, and everybody will put down for in debt. So that is a very sensitive thing, and this case is very sensitive. So that's why I came on live. Anybody that have any question that wants to come on live to ask anything, let me open the line. So you can send your request a question. So I don't address my own way, you get. We didn't, there was security in the venue. I didn't see any fight in that venue. We had 50 bouncers. We had open Mensa, about 25 soldiers. Then there's this neighborhood watch. This Lagos State LS something, they were there, trucks there. So there was no fight. The show ended peacefully. So if anything happened within Mohbad and his, because the story that we're hearing later that Mohbad had issue with his friend, his childhood friend, and everybody left that venue together healthy. So the videos that I've been seeing, they don't bully the boys since. So at least police should do the investigation and we can support in any way. So if any way to support the investigation, you can come. And if I don't know Sunday, but it's late. So when we finish with the organizers, we'll send on out. We'll put out the information out there. So not too much talk. Thank you very much.
So this proves there was no fight in that venue.
Exactly. That is what I'm.
That venue.
Yes.
And
we have already sniper. We have already analyzed this before.
How are you sure that there was no? How are you sure? You guys just jumped to conclusion very, very quick. I mean, now
Veracon came out there to save his.
No, we just heard him. I mean, we watch it together. First of all, his personality is questionable. His presentation is questionable. Okay, everything he's saying is questionable. We don't just watch and just arrive at conclusions just like that. Now, was there any CCTV camera in the place? Was there any, like, how come there is no recording? How did they come? How did they leave?
That is Babariano.
The place is an open.
He said they had
the place is an open field.
Wait, now I know. There are neighborhoods there. Who can support. I mean, I'm glad the fact that he said they can support in any investigation. So what we should do is this: there should be some check, okay, to see whether any building around there first have anything like that. I mean, any building that is around there. If we have any building around there that can give us, I mean, that how they came into that place and how they left, that one is one of it. And then secondly, if he is telling us that there was no fight, how did he know? Who told him that?
He would have known because
he just said he heard.
He's part of the organizers.
No, he even said he heard. He said he heard. That was why he did his interview like a day or 2 days after. He said he heard there was a fight between him and his friend, but he said there was no fight.
And they all left there together.
I know that.
Okay, there was okay. You see, that's why I'm saying that, right? The best way to go is to sue this person. If this person is sued, there are questions that will be asked. Mohbad came to your show. He performed after 1 hour. Were you aware of the 2 hours delayed, and why was that delay? What was it?
Because they all went in a convoy, and they wanted to go back in a convoy for security purposes.
Was there any agreement? Was there any such agreement? Then why was Mohbad going to say, I want to leave now? If he was already in agreement, know that they have to live together.
Well, because his wife was provoking him, and he could not take it anymore, and he wanted to just leave that place.
Come on, please wait. Mohbad immediately left the show. As they were going to the car, according to Prime, as they were going to the car, Mohbad found out that his car was blocked. And then he began to protest on how to have those cars clear out. And then Prime was telling him that the bouncer said no car can leave now. Okay? That let the other artists finish to perform. Is it Prime that should be telling Mohbad, or Mohbad should already know? So well, that show itself was disorganized. And why was there no Mohbad? Why was Mohbad poster? Why was Mohbad not in the poster? We have Seun Kuti, we have Zlatan.
No, Mohbad was in the poster, Papariano. Mohbad was in the poster.
That was a later fixture.
No, it was not later. It was on the poster on their Instagram before the day.
Do you have the poster?
Let me go and bring it. I'm calling.
Okay, please. Yeah, try to bring it for us.
So Papariano,
we would have gone for this.
It could be that the fights that everyone always experienced in Ikorodu is not what they experienced. And also, maybe at the moment, Mohbad was angry. Oh, move the car. That is not a fight. He was pissed off at the moment. And arguments as well. Some people count it as fights. But was there a fist or physical fight? Is the question. And it could have happened maybe after they left the scene as they were driving. Remember they said one of them was saying they wanted to throw the child out through the window. It could have happened maybe in the car while they were on motion when another fight, the serious fight.
I don't have issue with that, right? You know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at the behavior of all the characters involved. As long as their behavior is suspicious to me, that I put a mark that something might have happened. Okay, and that something might be wrong with such person. The character of all these guys are questionable. We've not even heard from Cubana, from Chief Priest.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, this is a very high-profile big case. Their silence in it is not helpful. And when this man was speaking, one thing that begins to drag him in, one thing that drags him in immediately is that he sided. He speak like an anti-justice, putting the blame on the father. Why was Mohbad quickly buried? Out of everything, the thing to talk about was why was Mohbad quickly buried.
So Papariano, this is the poster.
Bring it, let me see. Yeah.
This was on the 8th of September 2023. This is Mohbad, Pocolis, Latan, Cubana Chief Priest, and Lassie Boy. Bringing it down. This is Mohbad. And this was posted on the 8th of September.
Whose page is this? Whose page is this?
The General's Bitter. That's their official page on Instagram.
So it means Mohbad was earlier aware of the show.
Yes, he was earlier aware of the show. His poster is on the poster of the show. And if we go by what Prime Boy said he told him that he has a show in Ikorodu.
No. He told Prime Boy that when Prime Boy went to him, when he called Prime Boy, he never told Prime Boy, just told Prime Boy to come over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, down on the 9th. Then when Prime Boy went, then he now told Prime Boy that he's going to be having a show that is tomorrow, Sunday. And Prime Boy said it's my brother's birthday. And said, we are going to do another birthday for your brother. So, you see, the behavior, I would like, had it been it's possible, right? I swear, for me to interrogate all of these guys so they can't go scot-free.
Yes, we need to invite Soso Brecon to that inquest.
All of them.
Because those 50 bouncers that were there, those 25 soldiers, those other Lagos State police, they should come and give us an account of what happened at that show.
Yeah, the thing is,
they said they didn't have CCTV or anybody covering the show. the people that they said that were guarding the place, the bouncers and the soldiers, like they need to come forward. Soso needs to like actually like help with the situation, like with the case.
And the man has
Like
contact with the father. He's been sending money
up
to
until
the family,
yesterday,
not the
because
father.
we heard Baba Mohbad say like none of them have contacted him. Like it doesn't make any sense. You say you're willing to to talk to help with the investigation, but you haven't supported, you haven't done nothing. Do you understand? He seemed like he was even like unrest, like he was not even comfortable. Like I've seen him on so many lives, like he was just uncomfortable, like he was choking, literally saying the things that were coming out of his mouth. Do you understand? The other people that he Soso also has ambassadors. I've just not been mentioning their names.
And
He has
again,
ambassadors
do you,
in
even
general
if there was a
leaders.
fight there, do you expect him to say it? Because if you don't report it, it's a crime again on its own. And that will bring a very big suspicion. That's why they are waiting for the police investigation. If police can find that, fine. If you can't find that, fine. They are silent
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is why I'm supporting what Paparano is saying, that we don't make excuses for these people.
We'll keep
They
watching.
should not make excuse for them. They should be invited also.
They're crazy.
They should be invited, or they should petition them to come and explain themselves.
They all went
Almost
silent.
100
But they all went
security is a
silent.
whole lot, oh. 100 security is a whole lot at that place.
More
so
like when they were invited.
And none of them
Wait,
followed.
see,
None of
I
them
don't
followed
understand.
Mohbad to his car. That is bizarre. Like, why wouldn't one of the security follow him to
I'm
his car?
interested.
That
I'm
is-
Hear
interested
him call
in the
Mohbad
security.
boy.
I want to know which security went to separate Mohbad from Prime Boy when Mohbad was hitting Prime Boy. According to Prime Boy, he said Mohbad was hitting me. He kept hitting me. Then the security came to hold him. Which of the security? Which of them?
Wumi said the same thing in the CTC as well. That a bodyguard came. Yeah, Wumi said in the CTC as well.
Prime Boy said security, not Bansa. Wearing uniform.
It could be bouncer, it could be anybody.
Yeah, it could be
Bouncer.
Elsa, one of the
It could
bouncers.
be
Yeah.
neighboring security.
Say that. The thing is, even if they said the same thing, these people, they are not trustworthy. They could be they are working hands to hands. Even if they said the same
Wait,
thing in the
apart
CTC,
from
they should
that,
invite
apart
that
from
man
that.
and the security. Let us hear directly from them. Let them be
Apart from
scrutinized
that,
to say what they know.
What if it's just a minor
Let me help
issue?
you guys
Like
there
you don't
with this
expect,
case.
like you don't expect the bouncer to report that okay, one person did this, one person did that. You know, what if it's a minor issue that they
should
took
come out.
care of?
When Mohbad died, they should know it's a serious issue already.
Hello,
After Mohbad died, they should take it serious.
Babarano, from a witness from that.
Or again, after police said there was a violent fight, accuse them. Police said there was a violent fight, and they have been said they should sue that police officer. Go on.
Thank you. Paparano, from a witness or an attendee of that show, named by Collabo, he is a ex-celebrity. He returned to Nigeria and he's a producer right now in Ikorodu. So he was part of those that attended the show. So being that Mohbad na boy to Ram, Mohbad is always loyal to Ade Collabo. Ade, when the police released that press conference, I had a call with him and I asked him, ṣé ẹ sure pé wọn jà níbẹ̀ yẹn? Because tí ọlọ́pàá fi mú evidence jáde pé ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ń dà profusely. Ade said, ọmọ Kálẹ̀, nothing like that happened. He was at the show from beginning to the end, and even when Mohbad was going, it was them, Ikorodu senior brothers, like big boys that are in the industry, that was protecting Mohbad towards his car. Mohbad left there, truly, Prime Boy dropped and walked away. Nobody knows what happened inside the car, but outside that car, there was no one argument or fight.
Has this person spoke publicly?
Ade is still in the code. If you want me to bring him here, I will bring him here. I will tell him to join us here.
Yeah, bring him when you have
I'm
time.
telling you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes. I will invite him. So I have always been saying this thing. The people
Don't worry,
that
now.
live there
Please bring him. There are some
saying this.
other questions me I want to ask him. I mean, just to be sure.
No, problem. I will invite him anytime I just come online and see.
So, Papariano, you see, there are some times, I'm sure you would have hung out with guys when you're high, all this normal push, and maybe a bouncer will come in between and say, you guys, calm down, you are matured and all that. Everybody might just move on. The other person might just be like, I don't want to be in this mood. Let me move out. So maybe that's why there was no big sin. You understand? So I'm just trying to think out of the box that could be the reason. But maybe while they were driving, the argument started again, according to the guy that said the couples were talking and dragging and all that. Because I kept asking if indeed they fought there, then somebody would have recorded and we would have seen a broken glass car. You know how car window is hard. How did he break it? You understand? And the thing didn't shatter. We need to see a picture of that thing out there. We haven't seen it. So it's just for me, I'm thinking that the fights might have not really been that, loud as people were making it look. It might just be an argument.
Thank you. Exactly. That's just it.
Well, let's see. It is not necessary to be hard or to be loud. This is just a market of the thing that they call it. So it is not necessary that place will be noisy. It's just a touch. As far as he has contact with the blood, that's all.
Sorry,
You know what me I'm thinking.
No, just taking us back.
What me I'm thinking. First, I'm gonna ask that guy that Amika want to bring the position that he was at the time. Mohbad was waiting for good 2 hours outside. Was he still there? Was he around Mohbad? Did he know everything that was going on? At what particular point did he see Prime Boy? Did he see Wumi? Did he see Mohbad? Did he see the car, the Prado Jeep? There's a way you want to report something, right? Which really show that, yes, the person has the full information. Like Prime Boy's director who came here, he said, I was in the Prado Jeep that was at the front. Mohbad's car was stayed in line. There was another car in between. That I saw Prime Boy on the side. You see, it was reporting, instant and security surrounded Mohbad car. They hold Mohbad and they were telling Prime Boy to move away. So now he saw Darosha and Adura running towards Prime Boy and saying, like, why Tosheshe, like, why did you do this? Why did you do whatever? And Prime Boy ran away. They chased Prime Boy. That is Adura and Darosha chase Prime Boy. Anytime, any day, that guy has still be saying the same thing. That is Langston motion.
But Papariano.
Just wait. I'm interested in the first place. What can make Adura and Darosha to even come and confront Prime Boy? Yes. What did they hear? What was going on? Okay. Even while they were in that car, before Wumi come down from that car, what happened inside that car? Anything can happen anywhere. Anything can happen anywhere. We don't know. Don't trust anybody. So now, but Prime Boy refused to corroborate this particular thing. So I begin to look in as there are some things he doesn't want to say because he want to win his case too. We have to make investigation that on one ground. Now, the argument that was ongoing, even before he could tell us, it takes so much time. I don't know their calculation. I don't know what was ongoing. So, the same thing with others that were there. That scene alone, I know that a lot might have happened at home. In fact, a lot happened at home, Mohbad's house. But that scene, I don't want to make it look like that scene was innocent. That crime scene, at the show. Something happened there.
Now,
Yeah.
Aparano, in adding to what you're saying, do you know that early time when I watch Veron said he went to Panti. He even showed a video on his page of the Prado Jeep they packed, that it was the Jeep Mohbad broke. The Prado Jeep was not broken. Okay? They removed the glass, but it was not broken. What's his name? Veron was pointing that this is the Prado Jeep. They said he asked them that he wants to see the Prado Jeep. They now showed him, he went to the black Prado Jeep. He now did a video there saying, is this the, look at everyone, this is the Prado Jeep they say Mohbad broke. How can you break a Prado Jeep and there is no dust inside the car? This glass was removed. You can still go back to Veron's page. You will see that video there early last year.
If you have the video, maybe you can share with us, please.
Okay, can I analyze this breaking of glass? This
Yeah,
is
go
a
on.
Prado. Definitely the window will be wind up, right? So are you saying even your normal car, if you even punch it, your fist should have a bruise. You don't just have a wound on the forearm, just that angle. You should have a stretch wound. Why are we not having any long wound? Just a small cut. And they called it a superficial. Except they tell me that that car, the Jeep, the window was already broken before. Then Mohbad tried fixing his hand inside a broken window. Do you understand? As in, just imagine now, you have a car, your car, or you even say a car, or any kind of car. This is a Prado that we are talking about. Prado is a strong car. Not all this kurukere car. But then let's even use, forgive me, Kia, please, forgive me. I think Kia is one of the
Mariano.
easiest cars. So now tell me now, you punch into the wind up window and you don't have a scratch on your hand, but you only have on your forearm, and even the forearm is just a small cut at a designated spot. Not that there is a scratch that would tear you. We've all watched a plate.
Nahi Molly, I remember something now. Sorry. Let me chip into you. Parano, have you seen that video? The complete video of Mohbad hand? Have you seen it? Mohbad palm, at the middle of the palm, there is a cut like 3 places like this. As if somebody that struggled knife. Have you seen it? Parano, have you seen that video, that photo
Yes, that particular injury is more like they wanted to big prophet shine over for one guy there.
Yes, God bless you. God bless you. You've seen it with that. Ah, thank you. Please, Auntie.
And then Papa Mariano, you know, Prime Boy has also made Cubana chief priest his witness again. Because at the inquest, he said he went to meet Cubana chief priest and told him that his friend asked him to step down from the car. And Cubana chief priest asked him, who is your friend? He told him that he's Mohbad's childhood friend. He asked, are you sure? He said yes. And he left him on the stage. He never came back. So Cubana chief priest should come and attest to that too.
So back to what I was saying. Everyone has experienced, everyone on this platform, I'm sure you've all experienced maybe while washing a glass cup and the glass cup cut your hand. You know how deep that is. It's not superficial. So how come a whole Prado Jeep window that is wind up, someone's fist entered through it? Because that's how I can see it, because that's how that forearm injury can make sense to me. But without any scratch, without any other cut, but just that superficial injury, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. Someone should help me make sense with it.
You're right. It doesn't make any sense, to be honest. And I was going to say something, Papariano.
Isabel, you can, if you realize that he's supposed to, if he actually punched the glass, he's supposed to have injuries on his fist because
Yeah,
those
the
glass
whole
were punched
arm
into
is
the
gone
fist.
because there'll be like dents and cuts
Thank
from
you,
the
but there
glass
is
on
nothing
the
like
whole
that.
arm. There's nothing like that. So it doesn't make any sense. I was gonna say something, Papariano, like it's just unfortunate. Like I can only think about what Mohbad was thinking like prior to that show. Like he probably didn't think he was gonna have like security or like so much bodyguard and all that kind of stuff. And part of reasons why he asked his friends to come. Do you understand? In the first order, Wunmi had no business being there with the baby. That's a child. Too much of noise and all these type of things, like in that kind of environment, is totally unacceptable. Another thing is Mohbad never got, that audience, like, from, the elites in the industry. Like they never really saw him as a big league. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So they just treated him like, every other person. After all, like Big Bird was going to be there and all these other people that, they throw lights in, as, their top leads and top leagues and stuff like that, So I don't think they ever really like gave, credit or audience or how will I put it, admonition, like, towards Mohbad, and everything. Like you heard Soso was like, oh, the boy, like who the fuck is the boy? Like it's Mohbad we're talking about. Do you understand what I mean? Like, it's just crazy, to be honest. And left to me, it's just because of the way how they just saw him. Like, imagine Cubana asking Prime Boy, oh, are you sure you are his childhood friend? Like, you don't even know much about this artist that you're bringing to this show. And, you're not even caring for this artist. Like, in the industry, like in Nigeria, it's just really messed up, Everybody's just doing it however they like and however they please. Like, John Pope is a very lucrative person in the industry, and he just died like a chicken. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's just unacceptable. I don't know what they were thinking or how they were planning this show that that happened. It's just sad, thinking about everything.
So, Bella, you're blaming this on our normal kind of culture or the way we just don't value ourselves.
Not necessarily. I'm not saying that. Like, there should be structure in every organization, to be honest. Do you understand? If you're gonna have a show, we're not talking about the likes of, I'm not gonna make names so people don't say I'm calling out people's names, but like, is Soso Bericon, is Cubana, Chief Priest. Like, these are people that that have their own money. Like, if you say you have such and such bouncers, you have, such and such police officers and all these people, like, out there, like, you should be able to, like, put your artists together, like, make sure that they're safe and everything that's going on there. Like, you have to have a forehand view of everything that's going on in the whole place, and making sure that they are safe no matter what. Do you understand? And it just seemed like everybody was just scattered all over the place. And it didn't make any sense to me. Please, disclaimer, if you're going to address me in the comments, please speak English because I don't understand your language. Dumb folks.
But they went together on a convoy. They all left on a convoy. Don't forget that.
They also have their own convoy. Like, they have people that are protecting them. Like,
Isabel,
people are protecting them as well in
your
Ikorodu.
husband and you and your husband are having fight, right? And you went for a show. You still pack yourself. You carry your baby of 5 months. You jump inside the car. They've been fighting from the house, which she is, even if she has been following him in every other show. That show she's supposed to be at home. Now she prepared to go and spoil his mood. She be prepared to go and distract him because he cannot be on that stage and concentrate. You get? He wouldn't be free on that stage. Now you pack yourself and your baby. You jump inside the car and you followed him. And so you people continue the fight in the car. You got to Ikorodu. You could not drop from the car, go straight to your father-in-law's house and go and report their son to them. You sit there in that car and waited until he come back. You continue fighting him. Wumi, you are a witch. Wumi, you are a witch. You have killed him now. Go and chop the flesh.
I'm sorry, I want to say one thing. For me, I don't see a big thing, yeah? She going with the child to the show, yeah? But D and C, they do it, right? They go with their kids. Some people go with their kids. But what anyone should be bothered about is why fight? She can go support her husband or a guy. Yeah, it's fine. Because now we go still complain, say, why are you not following your husband to so place before somebody else will snatch? It's okay to go, but what is your intention? And after you left the show, why were you fighting for 2 hours? Knowing this person just finished performing, adrenaline high, and you already know, okay, according to you, he is a high blood pressure patient who needs to relax because high blood pressure kills. So no matter how hungry you are, you should have calmed down. You got home and you still fought till, I think she said something about 3 a.m. I don't know, witchcraft timing or fighting or what. So what silenced the fight? How did they calm down? What What made them
The
keep quiet?
month, the reason why she should have not gone for that show, the month
Nima.
of that show is the cold period in Nigeria, is our winter.
No, it doesn't matter.
September,
It doesn't
October.
even matter.
Wait, a 5-month baby.
That's a business.
She's
I think that
exposing
is-
that child to pneumonia.
Yeah, she can
It
go
doesn't
for the
matter. We
show.
all
Nobody's
go
saying
out.
she
We have to
shouldn't
go to
go.
work. It's
Right?
no big deal going with the car, going with the child to the show. You're in the car, fine.
Yeah,
You've packed
she can go for the show, right? But like not with the
question
baby.
should be, you should let her go. She can go. It's fine. Anyone
Not
can go
with
to
the
anywhere
baby.
they want to go to.
Not
Even
with the
if you
baby.
go.
No, you can't go with the baby. You
Not
can't
with
go
the
with the
baby.
baby.
Not with the
We
baby.
have already analyzed this
Nursing
before.
mother. Not with the
A
baby.
5 month,
No,
a
she might not
5-month-old
somebody
baby.
to keep that baby with. For me, I don't have any issue with that as well. I don't have anything to add.
Mind you,
as
Kule,
well.
Stop holding
Kule
on
and
to what
JC
you
and
feel
everyone,
like
mind you,
cold water.
that is our own winter here. That
No,
period,
let
there
me-
is
let
extreme
me
cold.
tell you. Hold on, let's
At
not argue on
night.
this.
No,
all
they are
know that
easy.
even during
They will
the
be
winter
inside
time,
car.
people go to work
They will
with
be
their
inside
kids.
car. People go to work at winter time. People go. Even children go to school. So that was.
Matter. Shouldn't go outside to that scene. I'm sure some people have gone to some places like a lounge, and you've seen people go out with babies who are which are even lesser than 5 months, and you'll be wondering what are husband and wife doing outside in this kind of place. That is not the point. But the point
And-
is, why fight? Why do you keep fighting? Why did you fight
You
in
have
5
told me if you don't have
Even
money to
according
watch
to the
the
report,
baby.
Elizabeth, according to the report, it is stated that Wumi was inside the car, so she never stepped out with the baby. So I don't think that there's
Then
issue
why,
there.
okay, what's the need of even going? You went for a show, you didn't come down to see your husband dancing, singing or dancing, you didn't go and cheer him up.
You didn't
Why did you
support
go?
him. That's the essence of
Why
it.
did you
And
go
she's
in
not-
the first place?
According to the report, they said the issue that they have is infidelity. That was the issue that they have.
You're not.
didn't know.
See, let me explain something to you, Juices. Right? In the month of April, right? Davido had a show. He had a concert in Madison Square Gardens, right, in New York. Chioma has twins. Like she recently just had twins. She was right there, but the babies were not there. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. She can go
Okay,
for the
back
show.
to it. Before the issue that happened, wasn't she going out with the other baby? Please, let's not be biased here.
You're
man.
not listening.
Let's
She
face
wasn't going out
reality,
with the
what I'm
baby
saying.
to the
Let's face
concert.
reality. No, I don't want to mention the other child because
See,
it's
here
late.
is that
I don't wanna-
Chioma
but
might have
I'm
somebody
talking
that she
about-
wants to keep the baby
we're
with.
comparing
Exactly.
Liam. We're
That's
comparing.
not the point. But
No,
what I'm trying to
her
make it
son-
Chioma might have somebody she wants to keep the baby with, and we might not have somebody to keep
Guys,
the baby
GC,
with.
GC, you people, I'm sorry to
Juicy.
say, you guys are not really pointing it here. As an African woman that you are, can any of your parents allow you carry a 5-month baby, even a 1-year baby, that you are entering a code in the night to go for a show?
Exactly.
No, if
If
they're
you
busy,
don't
they're
have
not.
somebody
I know
to
what I'm
watch the
saying.
baby-
Okay,
No,
okay,
no,
let's
no,
say, let's agree she's in the car.
I
Now
am
hold
Nika.
on. Let's agree she's inside the car. Okay, what is the purpose of going when you cannot even get her from the car and go and cheer your husband up?
Mika,
What's the need of going?
I am
You are
Mika.
having
Wait,
a fight before you leave the house. That's the reason why she stay home.
Mika, wait now. Look at what we are saying. Like what Nini was saying, he said it depends on her motive. But going with the baby is not a big deal because we've gone to an event, a naming ceremony, a burial ceremony. You see a woman with a baby.
Juicy love.
You see a
Juicy,
woman with a
please be
baby in the
mama.
family.
Please be
Juicy
realistic.
baby,
With the
baby. Let me tell you,
Yes.
to me, it's a big deal. To me, it's a big deal going with that baby.
Not in 20, not
Why you have a fight?
Are you saying
Have a fight
that?
from the house.
Nika,
It's
wait.
a big deal now.
Nika, wait. Are you saying that? Are you saying that you've not gone to a party, and you see a woman with a baby in that party?
Yes,
Party
and you will see
like
the,
live
you will see
concert.
the nanny. Wait,
You see,
let me answer, let
party
me
like
answer.
live concert
No,
with a
Mika,
5-month baby. I have never
Mika,
seen it.
please,
I have
wait.
spent the last
Even
30
church-
years
wait.
of my life
Okay, now
in
you do
Lagos
church
State.
vigil.
Wait.
Do you
We
want
do
to say you've not
carnivals.
seen church vigil? And we don't say
Virgin,
you've
I've
not seen
seen
church
Virgin.
vigil with babies in church.
Virgin
It's
is
the same
separate.
thing.
Oh,
You
it's
put
church.
them in
Oh,
You're not
cold.
listening,
Don't
you
say
guys.
that.
it's church. Oh, it's not
Party
public.
is
It's not
different
feed.
from show.
It's not
It doesn't
primary
matter.
school
It's
feed.
There's
different
also
from
going to be a
church.
dust. You're going to have different kind of people there, different kind of body odor, different kind of body diseases.
Ikorodu is
People going in there.
rough,
Hold
like
on,
on a
she was
normal
in the
day.
car. But the major thing
He was
is
in the
stop
car.
looking at
Why
the
were you in the
wrong
car
thing.
at when your husband
No,
was
Isibe,
performing at
Isibe,
the
what we
show?
need to concentrate on here is a motive for going.
What you should
There were
concentrate
drugs
on.
there.
Leave her
There were
with
so
the baby.
many
She
things
can go with
going
the
on
baby.
there. Like, why would you go with the baby?
And a
She had a
5 month
nanny with
baby
her.
He's
on
not
a
your child.
cloudy environment like
It's not
Ikorodu.
your child. She
Do
can
you
go with
have
her
you been to
child
Ikorodu
It's not my
before?
child,
Juicy.
but for the
anywhere.
safety of the
Molly,
child, like
Molly, have you
being
been
a
to Ikorodu
mother
before?
or a woman.
I have
Have you been to Ikorodu before? Like, I'm
the way
asking
you're
you,
making
Molly.
Ikorodu sound
If you
like
have
it's
gone to
big.
Ikorodu before, you will
I
not
have
say
been
it's
to
not a
Ikorodu.
big deal.
Ikorodu is
It's
not
a
all
big
that.
deal
It's
to
not
me.
insane. It depends on the location. The party they had.
Are you kidding me?
It's not insane the way you're making
Have
it
you
seem.
seen the
Are you kidding
videos
me?
from the
I have
event?
not seen the community or location in Ikorodu
Wait.
that is not crowded. That is not crowded.
Ayamika,
Even this new site,
Ayamika,
the new site of Ikorodu
Ayamika,
is still
please
crowded.
wait.
And
Doesn't
back
matter.
row.
Please
That
wait.
doesn't matter. That's
Name
her child.
Molly.
She can take her child
Name Molly.
anywhere,
Name
anytime.
Molly.
That's not
Name
the
Molly.
point. Bone
Oh
of
my God, oh
contention.
my God.
Name Molly. Did you see the videos
That is not the
from
bone
the
of contention.
event?
You have a house help that can look after your child who is 2 months, 3 months. Not everybody. Some people carry
Yes.
babies to their
And
place
if you
of
cannot
work.
look after, if you don't
Excuse
have
me.
anybody to look
Some
after
people.
the baby,
Excuse me.
it
Excuse
is
me.
your
Let me be done.
responsibility
Let
as
me be
the
done,
mother,
please. Let
your
me be
sole
done, please. Let me be
responsibility
done,
to
please.
take care of that
People go to
child.
the place of work with babies.
No, me, I don't know how some parents
They
will
go
bring
out with
bring
babies.
up their children.
You,
Oh,
I'm sure
but,
you
but
have
this,
gone
now I
to a
begin to see that
lounge
we cannot
where
have.
they
We will
smoke,
still have plenty
where
of
they smoke
women in
and
this
drink,
Nigeria
and
because
some people
a
go out
common
with
African
Ayamika,
black
it's not, we're not
woman
doing
will
that.
not do what
We're
we
not
did.
fighting here.
That is no
Name
point.
Molly,
And we are
I
not
have a
fighting. We are
question.
just discussing, okay?
Ayamika.
But I'm trying to tell you for free. Any woman that thinks or feel
Let's
what
be
will
more
me think by taking
practical.
that baby to a party
Ayamika,
at night, a crowded environment,
Ayamika,
he is not a
Ayamika.
mother.
True.
A true mother
Ayamika,
will know that this is very wrong.
But
Ayamika,
you can go and tell the
Who
mothers
does that?
go out with
5
their
month
kids.
baby
Name
to a
Molly.
party,
I have a
a
question
feed
for you.
on top of a
Everybody has
feed.
their own. What I'm telling you
Name
is that
Molly.
is not love to what
Vito,
is going
serious.
on.
Vito,
You're there
serious.
cussing
I have a
at her.
question.
Your child
Can
was
anybody hear me?
cussing at that. That's not the point. The point
Please.
is why
Yes.
after
A
the
true
whole thing,
mother, a
you
true
fight,
African
you were
woman will not take a
fighting
baby of
this
5
Can I ask
months
my question?
in
Can we
September
move on?
to a
Please,
show.
can we move on? This is a distraction. Can we move on to something else, please?
Yes.
This is a
That's what I'm
distraction.
just
We're
saying.
having
What
a
about-
business.
why would she
Don't let
fight
us.
till 5 to 3 a.m.
No.
is what I'm asking. Why was she
Don't
fighting
let
till
us sit
3 a.m.?
on this. Let us
Name
continue,
Molly, you
please.
said what? Why was she what?
I'm done. Why was she fighting till 3 a.m. is what we should be talking about. What happened
Okay.
after the fight? How did they
Okay.
silence it? Who cried?
Okay,
Who said,
I have a
okay, keep quiet?
question.
Was it
Did
after
you
this?
see-
Was there? Hold on, please. Let me finish. Was there a
You've been
stab?
talking. I
And
haven't-
that was
I haven't
what
had my
caused
word
everybody
out.
to keep quiet and the fight to stop. Was what I was saying. That all
Okay.
these things is not the point now. The point is, this person is on high blood pressure drugs. This person is, and you're still fighting the person with high blood pressure. High blood pressure
Okay.
kills. So while
Okay,
you were fighting
and-
till 3 a.m., you're shutting me up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Why
shut
you
you up.
understand me and you don't answer what
I'm understanding you. I'm talking about
Okay,
something
then
else,
talk.
to
Take
be
the
honest.
floor. I'm
I just
done.
wanted to ask you if you had seen like clips and little bits of clips of that video of the show, like everything, like the whole scenario, like the environment. I just want to know if you've seen a couple. Have you seen it?
To be honest with you, I haven't seen it, and I will
Okay.
tell you one thing.
No.
She
I
can
just
do
wanted
it
to
for me,
know.
I
It's
can
just
do it,
there's
and
no
it's none
need
of my
for
business.
there's no. That's all. I just wanted to know. No
None of my
problem.
business. Everybody are different.
So I do not have I never tell a mother how to raise her child, right? Mohbad was there to work, right? And according to Wumi, like that is Mohbad's child, right? Do you think Mohbad was not worried about the safety of his own child, like for starts? To be able to go up there and perform and all these things in the midst of everything that was going on.
In
So
the
was
first
it
place,
wise?
Mohbad was
it wise and
You wouldn't-
reasonable
You asked
for
me a question.
Wumi?
Let me answer now. Why
No,
you
I'm not
should
done.
be
I'm not
rushing
done.
up?
Let me finish. So was it wise for Wumi to have that child with her at the show for no reason? Do you understand? Because if she was she was out there, she was on the stage, she was with Liam, they were dancing and they were cheering Mohbad, like people saw Liam, like that's a different scenario, right? So, but she was in the car. She didn't even have a nanny, but she was just there. It's a different thing if she came out of the car and she had the nanny with her, oh, okay, watch the baby. Mobile is going up now. Let me quickly go up and see, and cheer him on, and then I'll be back to the baby. That's a totally different scenario. But she had nothing like that. It was just her and the baby. And then the other boys that were helping her hold the child. That's crazy, to be honest. Like, what kind of environment are you raising that child in?
And don't forget that according to them, they said nobody was at home. Probably she might feel like, I don't want to stay alone.
Okay, then she could have gone to her mom's house. Like, she could have gone to her mom's house or something. Like,
no, she might decide like, okay, I'm going to stay in the car while you guys perform. See, this happens sometimes.
I will stay in the car while you guys perform. How are you showing support? But everything comes through you. You are the boss. You are pretty much the manager.
Isabella, let me come in, please. I would say it's not advisable to go to a concert with your child, but it doesn't mean people don't go with their children. Do you understand? Like, so if Wunmi chose to go with Mohbad, good luck to her. Like, she chose to go. But it's not advisable, but she's done it. It's not as if it's forbidden. Do you understand? So the way we handle things are different. So you can't say, she's not supposed to. She chose to do it, and it's not forbidden. So she's done it. Good luck to her. So let's know.
She already did it. There's nothing we can argue. She's already done it.
See, don't forget Gen Z mother.
No,
She's a
there's Gen Z in the Western world, okay? There's Gen Z in the Western world. Gen Z would rather leave their child locked up in the house and go on a trip rather than carrying the child there to expose the child to like stuff that could be hazardous to the child's life. That's what Gen Zs do these days, just so you know. And then the child will, God forbid, the child could die. Just so you know. Okay, it's not a Gen Z thing. It's just a motherly instinct.
Can I ask you a question here? Do you see people take their kids to football stadium, like football stadium? Like, have you seen them take under one? Have you seen them do that?
I've never seen them take under one. Maybe 5 years old, because those ones, they're growing up.
Really?
They're learning about sports.
Really? So at the end of every season, when you see the footballers, when they come out with their family and they carry their...
That's a different thing. Mind you need to understand that.
What makes it different?
Footballer play match at night.
That part to you.
Please, does footballer play match at night? Are they in the midst of crowd?
That is the husband work. Sniper, you have woken something up. So let me...
Please, see, people should not be saying what you cannot do.
No.
You juicy. Stop saying what you cannot do.
Let me answer this question.
Stop saying what you cannot do. Stop saying it. What do you fit do? Nigeria, I not fit do. That's what I'm saying. It's not okay for an African black Nigerian woman.
Ayamika, wait. Let me say something, please. Quick one. Let me say something.
That question.
For the fact that Isabella, please, 1 minute. For the fact that I cannot do it, that doesn't mean that people that are doing it, I should condemn them. See, I can't go to club.
Good.
I don't go to club, but people go to club.
Yeah,
but that doesn't make
nobody is condemning nobody. What is what doing well is what doing well. Okay, what is what doing well is what doing well. Mind you, Wunmi said they say 3 testimonies said they were fighting from home. I am angry with you as my husband, and you are going for show that I normally go with you. Even to pepper you that day, I will not go.
Please hold
on. To pepper you that day we are fighting, I will not go to that show.
That's why I say we are saying that it depends on the motive of going.
Everyone is speaking. Just hold on. Let them finish.
I'm begging them to let me just answer your question, because I'm going to lose my train of thoughts. You were asking me, you said, when all these footballers and basketballers come out with their kids and everything. I need you to make sure that you're aware that these people do not sit in the public. They don't sit in the crowd. They have a place where they watch the game. They have a section where they sit to watch the game. They are not in the crowd. When the game is finished, they come out from a separate place, and they're the only ones. There's a high tight security at that moment where they meet their family on the field. That's how it's done.
Can I reply to that?
You can. Go ahead.
All right. So do you think Wunmi would have come out the same place where everyone is coming out? If she has gone to the backstage, would she come out with the crowd, or she will come out from a separate area? She's
If she
gonna
was
get the
going,
VIP.
if
She's
she
gonna
was
get the
going
VIP
out
treatment
there,
as well.
if
She's
she
gonna
was
get the
going out
VIP
there,
treatment as well.
she was. That's what I'm saying. The show needed to have been organized. So that goes back to that part where I was saying the show needed
But
to have been
she
organized.
going to the concert. She does not know what if it's organized or not. She's gone with it, thinking that she's
Good.
going
So
out.
if you are not so if you are not sure, it's
Hold
motherly
on.
instinct. It's motherly
When you
instinct.
go to football, when you go to football stadiums as well, are you telling me they don't fight there? You don't know what's
You're
going to
not
happen there, but
listening.
you're
We're
going with
talking
the
about you're talking
mindset.
about the athletes though. You're talking about the athletes. I said there's a separate place that they watch these games and they have high security when they watch these games. When the child is leaving the place to go to use the bathroom, there's a security going with the child to the bathroom
Do
or
you
a
know what
nanny.
security? Do you know what security
Careful
this guy
to all
has
this
given
music
his wife
too now.
and his son? You don't
You're
know.
not listening. You're not understanding what I'm saying.
I don't want
I'm
to argue
saying
with
that.
you. I've heard you argue with everyone. I'm not going to go down. Okay,
What do
you're
you mean that
correct.
you heard me
All
argue
right.
with? I didn't argue with nobody. What are you saying? I'm not arguing with you. I'm concording with you and I'm responding to what you're saying.
Isabella, sis,
Moving
please.
on.
Maybe we
Spending
should
said Mohbad died 1 p.m. No, Juices, let me talk. Moving on. Spending said Mohbad died 1 p.m. on Tuesday. Ayan said Mohbad died exactly 2 p.m. on Tuesday. Please, let's talk about that. And Sniper, when did Wumi said the nurse arrived at her house on Tuesday? Can you remind me, please?
I think it was
2 o'clock. The nurse arrived at the house like 2:30.
Wait, with the nurse, yeah, I've heard different. I've heard 2:30. I've heard 2 o'clock.
I heard 2:30. The nurse arrived from the father's mouth.
One thing
According to what the father said in his own narration.
One thing that sticks to my head is this: Spending said he answered the call at 1 o'clock, and they told him Mohbad had died. When they asked me what time did Mohbad, she said 2 o'clock, and now nurse came at 2:30. So,
and Ayan said Mohbad died exactly 2 p.m. on the 12th of September 2023. So now, who did the nurse come to treat around 2:30?
A dead body. And please, can we all go back again? I think Karimo, at some point when this news first came out, she said she called her sister early hour in the morning. At the earliest hour in the morning, she was advising her. I don't know if you can find that
for the fifth month birth anniversary of baby Liam.
Yes. So, and at that period, that's when she was saying things were looking kind of, fishy. And she already spoke to her sister, because who advises sister in case anything happens to your husband today, blah, 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 you're not working, in-laws will do this, in-law will do that. Early in the morning. You wake up early in the morning, because if I'm to assume the time, it's going to be before 5 a.m. Was he on a Monday? Was he on a Tuesday? I would like to know.
Remember, she said she spoke with Wumi 16 hours on the phone.
Thank you.
Do you remember she said that?
No.
No, I don't remember.
That day.
Do you have a video of that?
as for Karimo, you need to consider
I don't have a video, but I'm going to say, so definitely one person had a testimony of 1 p.m. Another person had a testimony of 2 p.m. Another person had a testimony of 2:30. Another person had a testimony of 2:30. The nurse came in 2 p.m. No matter what, the nurse, I think at some point they said the nurse sat down for some kinekon, went to get some stuff before they started doing something. So definitely 2:30 had passed. But someone already gave a time that as at 1 p.m., Mohbad was dead. As at 2 p.m., Mohbad was dead. So obviously, they were just working with the time they heard that Mohbad was dead. But it's possible Mohbad was already dead long before that time.
Yeah, but in the case of Karimo, please, then don't let us forget time difference between Nigeria and US. So when we're talking of Karimo parts.
Okay, Karimo said she spoke to her early in the morning, right? To wish, what's his name? Liam, happy birthday, right? So, what day was that? And the early in the morning, was it our own time or Nigerian time? Because from the way it sounded more like she was speaking to her sister early in the morning. You know, when you want to wish someone happy birthday, you wish them in the morning, Nigerian time, 12 a.m. till 5 a.m. till 9 a.m. You don't call them at 9 p.m. or 6 p.m. to say.
And I
But
equally heard from Karima's testimony
you have to consider
that
our
time
time zone. Yeah. You have to
that she
consider our
was
time
on
zone.
call with her
At
sister
time
for
zone.
16 hours.
Yes, no, at time zone, definitely. It's going to be she in the afternoon or thereabout running evening. And we already in Nigerian time early in the morning. So it's still fine if she calls in the evening or afternoon.
Wait, if she calls, let's put it this way. Let's say she calls past 12, 1 minute past 12 to wish Liam happy birthday.
Noon or AM. What time
Sorry,
is this?
AM. Sorry, AM. Sorry, AM. My bad. Sorry.
12
So
a.m.
that should be around 7
6
p.m.
a.m. Nigeria time. No. If she calls 12 a.m. US time,
No,
that is
12
6 a.m.
a.m. 12
Nigerian
a.m.
time.
Liam's time, because she's calling to wish Liam happy birthday. So she's going to call 12 a.m. Liam's time.
Moderators, why are you guys not bringing people up now? Let me see who can help me again.
See, there is no space for anyone here.
Right, don't block anybody. You hear me right?
There is no space.
Right, there's
Here now.
Right, are you there? Okay.
Vite is here. Vite is here.
I said, don't block anybody. You cannot block just in 5 minutes. All right, you see, let me just say one thing, right? For me, anything call from Karimo between Monday and Tuesday, for me, it's a no-no. It's a plan. I mean, it is not just it's not just a coincidence. I want to believe there is meaning. It is either Wunmi has called first, not she called first. This is somebody Wunmi have blocked before. This is somebody who never even know about baby Liam, whether Wunmi was pregnant or not. So how suddenly, were you in Nigeria before? Do you know about the pregnancy of Wunmi? You said no, you don't. You never know about it. Okay, but how suddenly you just became friendly and you're advising her? Wunmi must have called first, then she called back. At what point did Wunmi call her? Let her tell the truth.
Papariano, can I ask you a question regarding that?
Ask any question.
All right. You see, right now we know Karimo and Wunmi, they are not in good terms and all of that. With the way she's blowing steam here, do you think if she knows anything, do you think she wouldn't have talked about it?
The thing is,
She was being diplomatic.
She was being economical.
Yes.
That's why she told that this is just a warning for you guys. But I can do more than this. If you guys don't stop to drag me, I will go to Baba. Why did she not go to Baba? I mean, to tell Baba some secret. And she said if Mohbad mother said something Wunmi life is fucked up, it means she knows about that thing too. Don't play. They will learn the hard way.
We're not playing, but
And if you remember, Sniper,
yeah,
Karimo said on the freeze live that day, she said she was calling that she called Baba. She called Baba, she begged him, she cried. Her mother took the phone from her, begged Baba not to bury Mohbad. Baba said no, he must enter ground that night. But do you know that Baba now debunked that she never tried his number once. He doesn't know how her voice sound. He has never heard from Karimo before. The only person Baba said he tried to call was Wunmi's dad, the man that claimed the garbage, the package can't give and send her father-in-law. He said he called the man blocked him. Do you get? And why would that man block Baba Mohbad just because he called him and said, my son said he bought land in your village in Ekpe, and please, I need how to, and he blocked the man. Can that really be possible when you know your daughter is married to this man's child? That means I feel my own thoughts on it. That man was not really Wunmi's dad. They hired that man to come and act like a father on that wedding day. It was a planned work. This thing, they wrote the script, they edition everybody that will be in that script before they shoot the movie.
We can at least help them rub it off by doing some things like the estate where he lives. I believe they use code to go into that estate. They can go back to the security post and ask them. They must have record of people that came into that place that day. I mean the Tuesday, and we can narrow the time from 3 o'clock to 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, just to get the people that came to that house. Because every home gets a code that you give to people. They need to speak to those people at the security post. They got camera. They just need to narrow the time, just to know what time the nurse got there. What happened before?
Sniper, you are not audible. You are not audible. Your voice is low.
Okay, can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Is it better now?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying, I think they need to start looking into how they can narrow the time. Because we can't say, because we know this guy, everyone has been saying 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 2:30, but we can actually get the time if we narrow it down. Between 1 and 3 o'clock, go to the security post, ask for the codes that were sent out that day. Do you understand? So, they can actually get camera footage as well between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock.
The sniper, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon actually. Are you guys talking about Tuesday or Monday?
We're talking about, we're going by what they said now, so let's talk about the Tuesday. So
okay, because if you are going to use Karimo's time, is Monday. Because she said that Monday morning. So Karimo says Monday. So maybe let's talk about the Tuesday time of every other person.
Sorry, please. Another thing again, I want someone to help me with. At what time did the celebrities post on their wall? Was it on a Monday or Tuesday? And did they post before 1 p.m. or before 2 or before 2:30? Someone should help me out with that first.
Actually, we analyzed that with Soma. A lot of them posted on Monday. So it's all
Monday, 1 a.m., 12:30 to 1 a.m. in the afternoon. 1 p.m. They posted on Monday. 12:30, 2 o'clock, 1:30. So
early hours even on Monday.
Early hours of Monday. But
and early hours of Tuesday.
Molly, again, Wumi shared a screen, a WhatsApp status write-up she did on Monday. She shared it on WhatsApp. She shared it to our Facebook page, our IG page, and it shows on Monday Wumi saying what she said on that.
It was she screenshotted it and posted it. So the date on that screenshot was showing on Monday.
Was Monday?
It was the post she posted on Monday. So you see.
TSL fashion. I think this question, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I think this question would be better to ask Baba. Was Liam giving birth to on the 11th or on the 12th?
Exactly. That's the question I was expecting.
And none of us has even asked Baba that question.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just so.
Good.
He
To answer that question, to answer that question, if all of these things has been planned, they probably didn't tell Baba. Liam.
Baba is not aware now.
They probably didn't tell Baba. They probably didn't announce to Baba the day this guy Liam was born. They probably told him the next day. So Baba will probably start counting from the next day.
Well, the day they said
they wanted to give him placenta now.
The day they promised to take the placenta.
That might
it could
be
even be the following day. Yeah, it could. You're right.
See, I feel like Mohbad died on Monday.
Did not come into surface anymore because they are giving Baba a different day. Let's say they gave birth to Liam yesterday and they called Baba today that we just had a baby. Obviously, the placenta, they would have done whatever they want to do with placenta yesterday.
Exactly. You're right.
Yeah, but even at that, the date will be backward, not forward. The day will be backward, not forward, because in this case, the date was shifted forward.
Yes.
Okay, now let me ask you
have a birth certificate.
According to analysis we've done here before, we got motive surface on a corpse.
That was the naming ceremony.
Hello,
the naming
madam.
ceremony.
Let me say this thing. Motive surface on a body, on a corpse or a dead person after 48 hours or many hours after died. But Mohbad, on Tuesday, they were put salt on his chest. He was already stiff. His neck was already swollen. Rigor Motive have started on Mobad on
Please,
Tuesday.
let's see us handle that rigor mortis part. This your
You
this
understand?
your submission
So
is not correct.
what? That
Leave that
shows
one
he
to
was
TSL.
spied on Monday morning.
No, TSL will educate us better on rigor mortis. Please, this your narration is let TSL handle rigor mortis.
Let's leave that part.
What is
Rigor
with
mortis
my
can kick
narration
him
again,
from-
Madam
He
Gold?
can, he can kick him from Monday. He can kick in because it takes hours before it can wear out off. So we don't know. We don't know because the way they are pushing us, we don't really know. You know, so we still need proper investigation. You
The
know,
only
from
substantiated
the
fact
police.
is if the pathologist said the neck was not broken and the leg was only bent, it means rigor mortis are set out of the body.
Exactly.
So let's take
Right.
it backward. So let's take it backward. From the
And
time
and
it was
another thing you guys need to know, you can't break neck. Neck does not have a bone like hand. You can only
So
bend it. So I believe when the time they were able to bend that neck, there was no more rigor mortis on that body.
yes, exactly.
So, TS, my
It is
question
up
to
to
you
the yeah.
regarding that. So, if they were able to do what they did with the neck, would you say he died on Monday, or could he have died on Tuesday and they were still able to bend or
No,
twist that neck?
No, if they said he died, he could have died early hours on Tuesday. He could have died late hours on Monday. As long as is at least sometimes it depends on the body. Sometimes after 12 hours it can start wearing off. After 48 hours it can start wearing off. It depends on the body. So I would say at least 12 hours, at least. So they are not going to say he died on Tuesday. Because if they claiming he died on Tuesday and they buried Mohbad, what time? Early hours on Wednesday, didn't they?
I think it was afternoon on Wednesday around 12 noon.
So
I already packed him in the coffin now before they brought him to the burial site. So
they already exactly. Because if they were able to pack him in the coffin early hours on Wednesday morning, or was it on Tuesday night? Because they packed him in there on Tuesday night. Because he slept at the morgue outside in the coffin on Tuesday night, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
So if they were able to do that on Tuesday night, he died way before the time they told us that he died.
no, I didn't think the coffin was bought on Tuesday night because Baba said he left them at the mortuary. He didn't talk about it.
Yeah, he said he left them around 3 a.m.
So the coffin will be at the early hour of Wednesday.
So then again, it's still 48 hours. So all of them are lying. He could have died late hours on Monday or early hours on Tuesday. They are still lying. And Wumi said he died after 3 in the afternoon. And
they immediately put salt on his chest at 7 o'clock.
So, because it will actually take longer for that body to start smelling.
TS, another question is this. Do they put salt on a fresh dead body? Like if someone just died, why would they put salt on that person?
It's to preserve the body. It's just to keep the moist out of it so that it doesn't.
Do you do that immediately or
no?
So
some people
after the dead you do it?
Yeah, the body has to be cleaned, wiped off.
The body, of course, which they did. They cleaned the body, they dressed him up because Baba said the body was clean and he was dressed, wasn't it? When he was put under the coffin.
But it was they didn't properly embalm him.
Yeah, but they had cleaned, they had shaved him. He was washed. He was thoroughly washed. And then they shaved him as well, didn't they? They barbed his hair, and then they put the preservative, which was the salt. The salt really is to stop him from decaying and preserve the body. So I think Mohbad died way before that time they gave us. That's just the plain truth.
So what about Muslims that don't support embalming? And if a Muslim happen to die after 4 p.m., obviously you have to bury before 4 p.m. And if the Muslim dies after 4 p.m., what is the best way to preserve? Because Muslims don't do all these embalming pools, so they are not supposed to, let me put it that way. Those that you see doing it, they don't know. But the real Muslims don't do that. They just place that body on the bed and they turn on the fan.
Yeah, like the Muslims that I know here, when they lost their loved ones, they have to wrap the body. They have their own people that they use as the funeral directors and all that. They will wrap the body and then they take the body immediately. They don't wait for hours and hours, and they already have their plan in place and all that.
But I mean, what if it's gone past the time? Because the body has to go in the ground before 4 p.m. If after 4 p.m., if they say the person died after 4 o'clock, obviously you can't bury the Muslim.
You can't bury that person that day.
Yeah,
you
so
have to
what
wait
do
till
they
the
do
following
then?
day.
Yeah,
They
so what
wrap
would they do?
they wrap the person up. It depends. I don't know their tradition, but they will wrap the person up. There's a way they wrap the person up, and then they take the person immediately.
Can I say
And there's a
something?
way they'll preserve it till that time.
They
Placing
preserve
the
the
salt on the body, it's not that they pour the salt. The salt is in a bowl. They just place it on the body. So it's a local embalming. Some people
Wait,
use...
for a Muslim death?
Yes,
Madam, please hold on.
Muslims,
Hold
yeah.
on.
Please, I beg. Emma Sonkote. No Muslim preserve their body until buried.
No, she's not talking about Muslim
hello,
death. She's
madam.
talking
If
about
your person died late,
Lady
they will
Yinka, calm
wrap
down.
that person and keep on the bed. In the morning, they will bring that their local Islam curfew and put the person.
Yeah.
The person will be lying down the way he is till they wrap him and they put him in that corpse and curfew and carry him and go and deposit.
Kade, hold on one second.
Lady
What I'm telling you guys, what you don't know, don't say it.
Lady Yinka, calm down. Let me tell you, Muslims do use salt. They do use
So,
salt.
I mean, I've never said, and I've witnessed plenty Muslims that died in my community here. There is no salt, both women and men.
Were you there when
can't
they
do
were
that.
preparing the body?
They are against it.
I just told you now.
It's not a fight thing now. Are we burying
on.
somebody right now?
I don't understand though why you are flogging me with your voice. I'm still saying my own point.
I was talking to this the sniper. The sniper.
Yeah.
Muslims, they do use salt. They do.
They are not supposed to. I cleared it earlier. I said those that you see using salt, they probably did not know. But Muslims are not supposed to. I said it from the beginning. I said they are not supposed to.
Then why some of them, they will just come because they have their own funeral directors. Like, it's different from any other funeral directors. The way they will collect the body immediately, you'll be so shocked. The minute you just say this person is going to die and you already inform the loved ones, unless they are not in the country, then they will still collect them and they will still do their funeral arrangements within that 24 hours.
Yeah,
So can I say
have a
that,
question?
the salt thing, excuse me, let me just finish this up. The salt thing is not the chemical way of embalming. Embalming is, the salt way is more of the olden days before the chemical way came into play. I'm sure you would have found out, or if you've gone to where the morgue, you would have seen where they use all those.
Of course, everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Salt is sodium.
Hold on. I'm not arguing with you. I've not contradicted what you're saying. Please, let me just chip in what I want to chip in.
I'm not arguing with you either, please.
No, your tone is not nice. Please, it's okay, please. So what I was trying to say is this. The salt thing is, some people even use shea butter to embalm. Some people don't know about this. Some people use shea butter, which they call ori, to embalm. And it's for certain hours that they use that. You understand? So, and it's the way people use in those days, years back, before the chemical way of embalming. And the chemical way, they take out they inject you, they take out the blood, then they insert another chemical into the body to, remove all those microorganisms in the organs and all that, so that the decay and everything. That's why you see that, okay,
They don't take organs out anymore. It's my job, darling.
I
He
didn't say they
just
take out
drained the
organs.
blood.
I just said it removes the micro stuffs inside the organs. Madam, please relax and understand me. I'm not countering you. I don't know what you do, but I'm just saying, please, based on my research, please, it's okay. We are not fighting over this. I'm only adding to what you've said and what he asked. And for people who are listening, I'm saying based on what I know, you can use shea butter. And by the time those shea butter or whatever comes off, if you remove the salt, the person is as, plain as normal back. So maybe that's why I'm trying to add to what happened with Mohbad. That was why they were rushing and, clamoring for him to be buried immediately when the father came, because it could be possible he died on Monday. They've been embalming him all along. Salt will not last as much as chemical will do, is what I'm just trying to say. I'm not countering you, and please go on with your points. Thanks.
According to Yoruba tradition, really, if that body, if he had died in the village, they would have buried him immediately. So Mohbad had even that luck to stay the following day, according to them. According to Yoruba tradition, unless maybe the family they're not there, and then they will have to put the body in the morgue. And because he's a celebrity as well, he needed to be honored. But Yoruba tradition is the day that you lost your child. That is the day you bury your child. So when people are saying that they rush, they shouldn't be saying that, really, because Yoruba tradition is that day you bury that child. You don't leave the child for 24 hours. You don't leave the child for 48 hours. So when people are talking, they need to include that. Yes, exactly. They need to include that tradition. So when people are trying to point fingers or blame Baba, they need to include his tradition.
Okay. Sorry, I have a question. That kind of leads me to my question. So are you trying to say that it's okay, the way they embalmed him, like before the dad got there, like, that's what goes? Like, because I thought Baba Mohbad was a Christian.
Yeah, it wasn't okay. They were supposed to inform him no matter what. They were supposed to let him know.
Yeah, I feel like,
I feel
like they did everything they did, because I feel like I've kind of tried to like play like a cloudy scenario of what could have happened in the house. I feel like, they tried to revive him, they tried to resuscitate him. All of that didn't work. He finally gave up. It was hard to like, figure out what to do, and that's why they took him to the hospital last minute, when they could have taken him to the hospital at the time where he could not even speak. He was just laying down and whatnot, knowing that he doesn't like hospitals. So they tried to do all that. They brought him back home. They tried to, I don't know what else they tried to do after like the nurse came and all that. And it was just like they kind of like pushed like the whole burden and everything that was going on Baba Mohbad when he got there, because that's the father and he loves his son. There's no way he's gonna be like, okay, what are we going to do? All of us, what are we going to do? Like, that was why he did what he had to do, because they knew that if he had seen Mohbad, he would have wanted to hurry. He would have wanted to hurry up and buried him immediately. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but that's just what I feel, to be honest.
They were even supposed to tell Baba from the onset that, look, this young man have an injury and he refused to go to the hospital. What do we do? But they never involved Baba. They cheated him until he died. Did you know that until he died, they actually took him to the hospital? Because according to what Wunmi said, according to what Wunmi said in the CTC, he said he died around 3 something.
For purpose of learning.
No,
yes, let me educate you people for the purpose of learning.
Please, let me say this. When Mama Mohbad said she was being called, mi ò ní wí kú ọmọ o, mi ò ní wí kú ọkọ o, why didn't she even call the Baba immediately? Or why didn't she run to that Lekki to go and look after that son?
We don't know. Maybe she did.
No, it's
maybe
not even.
She did.
It's not even. That's not even the part. That's not even the part.
Let me say this, Isabel. Let me say this.
When she called Wunmi,
let me make a tell her this thing. Before now, they carry wrong narrative up and down. Let me tell her this thing. As an Islam culture, if somebody die, now for learning sake now I wan tell you now, you are not allowed to put salt. I just asked a
We're not
clergy
talking
now.
about that, ma. We're
I'm
talking
coming.
about
Let me
something
educate you
else.
people. I said for lesson, for education purpose.
Yeah,
Islam is not allowed for you to preserve a body. It's not allowed. Both Ali Sunnah, both the Zagzag, whatsoever part of Islam you are using or style, you are not allowed to preserve body. That number one. Number two, if you need to keep the body till daybreak, you are allowed to put an axe. Are you hearing me? An axe on the side of the corpse. That it simply means the axe will not let the body to smell or swell up. Put the axe like on the armpit side of the body, like axe that they used to break firewood. They will put it close to the chest of the armpit of the corpse. It will not. It's their spiritual own level that it will not let the corpse to smell or spoil. It will be preserved until daybreak. They will quickly go and bury at 5 to 6 a.m. So if
yeah,
the corpse is more than 4 o'clock, they leave it to 5 to 6 a.m. They will bury immediately.
yes,
Islamically.
yes, Islamic, yes, but not in this UK, my darling. Islamic is
Meanwhile,
that we preserve
your
their
godfather
body.
is a pastor.
We
He's a
preserve their
Christian.
body.
Christians don't allow their corpse to be buried immediately. There may be chances of waking up. Okay?
Well,
There are chances
Islamic
of
these
waking
days,
up.
they
It's
put
not
them
about, we're
straight
not
in the
doing
freezer. If the family are not there, they put them in the freezer. It's still a way of preserving their body.
Yeah,
So,
TSA, you said something now, TSA. I quickly want to say something to it. You said when Mobile was that Mama Baba Mobile was not called. Have you forgotten? Mumi said she's not more in talking time with Baba Mobile. That was why she didn't make that call. So then I keep thinking that,
my
and
darling,
she has audacity to say that somebody's son is dying, and you know that he listened to this person, and you know that it's only this person that can talk to him and tell you that, oh yeah, stand up, go to hospital. And you said because we are not in talking time with your father-in-law, that was why you didn't call in.
and Baba was even there. Come on, she can't say she wasn't in talking time because when they are fighting, they call Baba. So why is it that it was
Even
new when he was
if,
ill that she did
they
not
are
call
not in
Baba?
talking time, even if you are not in talking time, not in that kind of situation, what kind of in that kind of situation you say you are not talking even to yourself? Assuming that I mean herself, her son is not feeling fine, and the next neighbor, they are not in talking time, but that next neighbor is the only person that has car that can easily help her through. Will she say she's not in talking time, so she will leave her baby there if she wants to survive? If the child wants to survive, it will survive. But me and this person, we are not in talking time. I can't go and ask this person for help. Like,
It's even a
Well,
wrong statement. It's a wrong thing to
she could
say
have even called. It's a wrong thing. They're just trying. It's a
because
cover up.
you can't say you're
You
not
know,
in
she
talking
could have
terms
just called her
with your
mother. If she doesn't want
father-in-law.
to speak to Baba, she could have just easily tell her mother to pass the message.
So
yes,
now this
Because
is
mother
where
this is
call,
your
the
son that is not well.
call.
So you
Yes,
don't be in
the
trouble.
mother
You can
even
see
call.
that you can
Hey.
see that it was all arranged because if
wait.
it was a coincidence, she could have still called Baba no matter what, or it maybe be because she had pride, then she would tell her mother and say, please, can you call Baba to let him know, you know,
See,
that
yeah,
Please,
the
I
son
want to
is
say
not well.
something.
you are
I want to
right,
say
but
something.
don't
Please
forget
correct
that
me.
Mama herself even called. She never even said. She said, "Mama, and she's sleeping." She never even said anything to that mama that,
So
okay, this
wait.
is the situation, no, and everything.
So
Like,
sorry, Justice. I was going to talk about that when Gold raised up the issue of the fact that Mama Mubad called her. So it's I still go back to motherly instinct, right? Mama Mubad called her and was like, "Where's Mubad? Like, I want to speak to him," right? And she said he was sleeping. There's no way anybody will, there's no how I will call my child or I want to call to speak to my child. And then somebody is going to tell me that the child is sleeping. I'm going to insist on actually speaking to the child, knowing that she has said she already like seen something, flash before her, like Mobad, like literally flash before her. I would have insisted to speak to that child because the next call was, oh, you're not gonna like we will not bury our own child or stuff like that was the next conversation that Wumi was saying and giving to her and saying, oh, hurry up and come and stuff like that. At the time when she called the first time. She could have insisted to speaking to her child. Everybody has a part to play in all of this that's happened. Do you understand? And it's
Is
just more sad that
Isabel.
family. Yes.
Isabel, it really, that story of Mama Mohbad, if Mama Mohbad did not come to tell us that story, you think Wunmi would have said anything?
Yeah, she definitely wouldn't have said anything. But I'm just saying, like everybody
Exactly.
had a part to
And another
play.
thing,
Mama
and
Mohbad
another
had a
thing,
role to play.
and
Like she
another
could have
thing you are
insisted
not
on speaking to
saying,
her child.
another thing you're not saying, what if Mohbad had even already died when, she was only playing Mama?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. When a woman, that's the thing. When a woman behaves in that manner, right? This is something that, like, from talking from experience, one of my, my uncle, like, had passed and everything. And people had been trying to get, through to him. But, his wife was restricting everybody away from him shortly before he passed. Right? So everybody was asking, like, can we speak to him? Every time people call, like, oh, he's sleeping. Not knowing that the man had died like days before prior to that, and this woman was sleeping in the same house with this man, and not letting anybody come in, and not letting anybody know. It's witchcraft.
And another thing you need to also elaborate on is when Mama called, she said, "Show bo konkon." Did you hear anything? So it just
Exactly. So that should have
he
even
had
given
already
me,
died.
yeah, as a mother, like that would have just given me more concern. And for the fact that happened on Monday.
And when she made sure that she confirmed for Mama that Mama hadn't heard anything.
Yeah,
That
like why you
was
like
an
who are you to
indication
ask
for-
me if I've heard anything or if I've not heard
Exactly.
anything?
And then that was when she thought she'll pause and then make all the arrangements and start the drama. And then because Mama hadn't heard nothing about the son.
What she was doing like the whole
I'm not taking
time.
Mama's instincts, but what if, someone read earlier that Blessing informed Baba, not earlier today though, but one of the days I was on this platform.
Yes, and then Baba, like I remember Papa Rano said it that Baba, the way Baba like said the story, like said what happened when he was like, oh no, let's go to the house. Hey, I'm having a feeling that this boy, is probably dead. Do you understand? That was his way of trying to like give Mama Mohbad an idea, but the woman already kind of knew. Do you understand?
Exactly. And then when they said Blessing informed Baba, what if it was when Baba collected the phone from the mother? What if it was Blessing's voice? What if, because after that, nobody was answering the phones anymore?
I don't think Baba and Mama were staying together at the moment. But I just wanted to say, this is not that I'm taking Mama's motherly instinct, but what if Blessing had also informed Mama first? Then Mama said, let her call. The same way she informed Baba.
But when Mama was giving us her story, she didn't tell us that Blessing had already called her. She said it she said it. No, it's not about. She wasn't trying to like pull Wunmi in the loop, right? Like they're best of friends, like bosom buddies, right? So it was just her narrating her own scenario of how it happened. Do you get what I mean? So if Blessing had called her, she most likely would have said that. Do you understand? And Baba Mohbad said Blessing was the one that he spoke to and had called him. Do you understand? And had said X, Y, and Z.
No, Baba never told.
But we don't know which phone. We don't know because though that man said Blessing told Baba, but we don't know from whose phone. Because Baba said they were calling their mother. They were not calling him. So what if it was when he took the phone from Mama and it was Blessing's phone and Blessing's voice he heard on the other end and said, Baba, he's gone. But then the mom still tried to play along. And then because don't forget Baba said, oh, they killed him because of what he had. You know?
So this could be like, okay, so it could have gone both ways. Mama Mohbad heard. He couldn't bring herself to telling Baba Mohbad. Baba Mohbad heard. He couldn't bring himself telling Mama Mohbad, like right where they were together. And, he said it the way he could say it. Going by the life that we know and we've understood of Abosede is shady. Nothing.
And then from Abosede's reaction, because Baba said after he said, oh, they killed this kid because of what he had, Abosede heard Baba. So it just confirmed that she already knew.
She heard. So she heard it. So I would love to know what her expression was when Baba Mohbad put that to her. Like said,
Baba said he heard her So sorry, she heard him and really tightly. So it's just a sign of confirmation that, oh, you figured it out. You know, body
Yeah.
language says a lot about a scenario.
Okay, please, can I
Yeah.
quickly
So,
say
but if she
something?
didn't know, yes. Sorry.
Thank you.
Go ahead. I was gonna say
You
something.
know, there was one video of Prime Boy that he said that he called Baba, like when he had that mobile is mine, that he called Baba. Now, the Baba brother coming out that Blessing told Baba. So I think there's still, I'm a little bit confused at that very point. Like,
Because he said Blessing told Baba, but at what time? At what point?
even Prime Boy said when Baba he was calling Baba, see Baba get to that house. When he had
At what
that,
time?
yeah, at what particular time? Do you understand? Do you get what I'm trying to say now? That there's still a kind of a conviction in that place. I'm convinced somehow. Because Baba said he never had anything, that he just, the only thing that he had, that he was told that
Unless the situation is very scary, because from their narrative, one side was more in control to the other side. So probably Baba did not want to put Blessing into trouble. And that is why he didn't want to mention Blessing. But unfortunately,
Exactly
the
my
brother
point.
came.
Baba has been protecting Blessing because
Yeah.
Baba has never mentioned Blessing in all of this issue.
But unfortunately, the man came and said Blessing told Baba.
And it's good now. If Baba is keeping us in dark of that and somebody has already said it that Baba is aware, fine, good. We are moving
At
forward.
what point did Blessing told Baba? Because they said, oh, he was at the hospital, they should come, he's not well. And then they were making their way there. And then all of a sudden they were all calling their mother instead of the dad. And then he took the phone from the mother, and then he heard somebody and said, oh, go home. And Baba was like, no, I'm not going anywhere. So what if Blessing called him afterwards and said, keep coming, no, don't go home, he's dead. So
Let me chip in. I think it was on
but the
Tuesday.
case of what of
No,
the
no,
case
no,
of
no, no.
TSA, what of the case of Prime Boy?
well, Prime Boy never really spoke to Dad, did they? The Prime Boy spoke to Baba. He never did. He was calling.
Yeah, no,
No,
he
I
did.
heard that he called Baba
He
to
did.
confirm what he had
He
heard.
said when he had the thing, he called Baba. When he had that mobile phone, that he called Baba. Baba picked his call. So he was talking to Baba at the point that he now discovered that later when he called Baba, Baba did not pick his call again. That if not, probably at the time Baba got to that house, they told Baba that he was the one that did it. That was why Baba refused to pick his call again.
Probably.
Has anyone ever asked Prime Boy when did he hear and how did he hear about Mohbad's spy? Has anyone ever
That's
asked?
what, that should be at the inquest, and I never think whether they even asked him that
Because
question.
Prime Boy said he was asleep, and then
Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't asked him. No one has asked him, like, so who called you? How did you know? You were asleep. Who made the call to you? Did you know who you spoke to? And
When?
no, Prime Boy
details?
did
Yeah,
say, he said
when,
he
at what
was
time?
asleep, and then he saw that video, Mohbad is dead, Mohbad is dead. That was when he thought, no, that's a lie. And that was when he started calling Baba. Because don't forget, they also put that video out and around 2 o'clock or so in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Mohbad is dead, Mohbad is dead. So that was the
So
video
he found
saw.
out publicly. So is Wunmi
Yes.
too also claiming that she found out publicly on the internet as well? Because she said she wasn't there when they
Exactly.
announced it.
No, she was with them. She was with them in that van or car, whatever that vehicle is. She was
Yeah, but
in
at
that
the
vehicle with them.
CCTV says she
Mohbad
wasn't
is
there.
dead was in the evening, no. Was in the evening.
No, the
No,
CTC said.
it was in the evening time that because it was an afternoon on this side when
No,
I
the
saw.
CTC said, well, Wumi said in the CTC that Mohbad died around after 3 at home. So
Yeah,
you see,
so they asked her. I can't remember. I think I remember Vite saying that they
You say
asked her
at
like, so
so
how
yeah, she
like
said
how
at
did
home.
you know? Yeah, so like who announced the death of Mohbad? Like who disclosed like what like who announced the death of Mohbad? Like how did people get to know? She said she didn't know anything about it and she wasn't in the vehicle.
But she was there.
Exactly. So,
So you can see they
yeah,
are all
it's
lying.
So
She was
sorry,
in
take
that
us
vehicle with
crazy.
them.
Yes, I'm just hearing this your part for the first time that Wumi testified that Mohbad died at home.
Yeah, read the
I'm just
CTC. You see it. It's in there.
The
Around 3
CTC now,
something,
we
Yeah,
she
read it
Vance
said.
this
had not
morning. It's in
finished.
the CTC. We read it
It's
this
in the
We're
morning.
talking
CTC.
about it. Yeah.
So takes
Yeah,
us
I
back
know because
to the part where
Vita
you're
read the
saying
citizen.
that Mohbad died. Sorry to cut you. What's this guy's name said they saw it by 1 p.m. Prime or Splendid or Prime said they saw it by 1. The other person said by 2. The day Papa this lady saying 3:30 now. The day Papariano read, I think one of the the hospital's statement. Their timing was 2:30 or so, and the other person was 3:30 or 3 and 3:30. I can't remember the time that he gave, but one was about 2:45 or 2 something. So it means they've already rushed out of the house to take Mohbad to the hospital. So at what point did he? And she's claiming that Mohbad died in the house as at 3:30.
3
So I did not say
something.
that
She said 3 something.
3 something, but according to what Papariano read then the other day was that the last hospital gave, I think, 3 o'clock or 3:30. You understand? Baba was contacted around 4 p.m.
No,
Said 4:30.
no.
The hospital said 4:30.
Perex Hospital said 4:30.
4:30.
But then don't
It was
forget they
brought in
also took
4:30.
Guys, in
they
the
don't
So the second
CTC,
hospital, what time?
guys, in the CTC, there is a place. Oh, sorry. There is a place in the CTC. I'm going to find it out where Wumi said she was not in that vehicle. She was in another Uber. She said she was in the Uber.
That one was after they
That
declared
one
him.
was going to morgue now. That was going to morgue.
No, I think after they left the hospital, I'll find the page and we'll read it out. There is somewhere where she said she was in Uber.
Yeah, that was
I'm
after
going to find
they
the
declared
page.
him dead. Or is
I'll
the
find the
time?
page and I'll read it out.
Yeah, that was after she said
But
they
then who then said Mumi was inside that car that when they were announcing about that?
I don't know where that came out from, but I don't know.
Maybe one of the people in the car must have testified. We don't know. But according to her testimony, while they were going to the hospital, she said something that she was holding the nurse on the front of that car where Mohbad and the 3 of them were behind. And then the driver touched Mohbad. Mohbad was already stone cold.
Yes, correct.
And yet people say that means she was on the front seat. She was the one that did the video.
I think she was with them going to the hospital, but coming back, I think she was in a different vehicle.
For what reason then? The vehicle is full that what?
So from what I read, I think she got out when there was traffic. Yeah, I think she got out of that vehicle. She went to the hospital. If I'm not mixing it, she went to the hospital with somebody. I think it was DJ Bami, I believe. But when remember they said they called Darosha they said Darosha came there and they went to a different hospital. I mean that was where they all got separated.
No,
yes,
sniper.
First of all, they took him to Coramed Hospital.
Yeah,
Coramed. Then from Coramed, they took him to Perex.
Yeah. Yes, she said when they were going, when the driver touched the body of Buba and said, the body is getting cold. Like that. It seems the guy is
in the car. So that indicates she was in the car.
So, yeah, so then he said they stopped bicycle. They stopped motor car. It was that motorcycle, bicycle they took Mohbad on motorcycle to the hospital.
That the driver touched the body and said, this body is getting cold.
So they were trying to cover up their mess. The drivers noticed that Mohbad, they had a dead body inside the car, and they had to carry him out of the car. They put him on Okada. Like who does that? Like who freaking does that?
Another thing, how can you even carry dead body on Okada? It does not make sense.
He was already lifeless. Like, what hospital were you carrying him to that you could not carry him?
And where did they even get Okada from?
Injured?
It's all lies. There is no Okada in
No,
Lekki.
there's no Okada. Well, I don't
It's
think there's
lies.
Okada there. The police would have
And
stopped
again,
them.
she also said now that the Mohbad has already died at home.
Exactly.
Now,
So that's what she said in the
CTC, yeah.
CTC.
She said something because it said
that is why
yeah, three
that is why
something,
I
yeah.
asked that is why I asked that TSA that the Wumi really confirmed that the Mohbad was dead at home. You know, that was why I
Yes,
asked
it's
that
in the
question.
CTC. It's in the
That was why
CTC
I
check.
asked, because he said in the car, when the driver touched the body, the driver said, Mohbad is getting cold. And
Exactly.
before
See,
somebody
you
said,
see all lies.
somebody is getting cold, mean that person is still alive, that person is dying gradually.
No,
Now
when
she said
body's
she
cold,
told that she is already
no,
dead.
when
Body
body's
is
cold,
if the
that
body is
body
cold,
already
then
died
it's done.
long time ago. When
It's
body's cold.
getting cold.
Hours
It's
when
getting
somebody
No.
dies,
Mind you,
that's 2
none of
hours
them.
after death. That's like
Yeah,
2
mind
hours
you, none
after
of them are able. They're not coherent. They're not coherent enough to like know what to do. Like perform CPR, all those type of things. Like they're not.
Juices,
They're not that
if you have
knowledgeable.
a phone, because it's always good to check Google, because sometimes when you say it, people don't believe you. Just go on your Google or anybody here. When does the body go cold when someone died? After someone died, you see
2
it.
hours after.
It's there.
Someone said
1
that in the
hour to
comment.
2 hours. The
Thunderfire said that
body
in the
start
It's
comment.
getting
not what you are saying, TSA. But the statement that I'm making that says the body is getting cold. Like it's not as if that the body is cold. It's getting.
What does
the
the driver
statement
know? The
was
driver is not a
mental
medical
and
doctor.
touch
It was
and
just his
something.
But that
observance.
was
Like he was just
see, I'm
Exactly.
going by the
But then
statement.
again, she
I'm
said
going by
driver
in
the
a
is not a
statement.
CTC.
medical doctor to
No.
I
to
know,
assess Mohbad.
Isibe,
Wait,
this I
guys,
know. We are
guys,
only
what you
talking
need
about
to,
what they put there. We're not
what
talking
you
about
need
what they
to,
put down.
what you need to understand first is how it was being said. Imagine you saying this in Yoruba, Omatin Tutu, but how would you translate that to English? Or Martin Tutu? Can somebody translate that?
It's
Yeah,
already
that is
cold.
it's getting cold.
It's already cold.
No, already
I'm
cold
just
No,
is,
it's
wait,
getting cold.
already
It's
cold
getting
is,
cold.
hold on, already cold is OT22.
Yeah,
OT22.
Omati yeah, it's getting
Can I
cold.
say
Yeah,
Is
something?
getting
Can I
cold.
It's
explain
getting
getting cold.
something?
cold.
Yeah,
Can I
yes.
explain
And I'm
something?
trying to make
Can
you
I
guys
explain
understand
something?
that that man
Hold
is
on.
a
Sabella, please.
driver. He's a driver. He's not a
Hold on, please.
medical
Can I
doctor.
explain
So that was
Sabella,
his
something?
wait now.
observation.
Sabella, wait. This we all understand. We are only going by what they put down in the citizen, the narration we are giving. Are you getting it? We all understand this that the driver is not a medical doctor. But based on what they said, because we are not there, we are looking at what they put down their testimony. That was why I said that did we actually said Mohbad is already crying in the house. Why again he said that in the car that the driver touched and said the body is getting cold. And when something is getting cold, that doesn't mean that thing has already cold. It's
Right.
getting there.
Exactly.
Yes,
So
you
that
understand my
actually
point now.
relates.
It's not
You're
because
very correct. That actually relates
Yes.
to what she said, that he died around 3 something, and in the
Yes, that's
car,
what I'm
the
saying.
doctor said he's
It's not
getting cold,
because
so he's already
it's not
dead.
because I don't understand that when body is dead, it cold. It's not because of that. I'm looking at the ways to talk.
Yes, but
Like it's get
like what we were like we're higher thinkers. So like we're not gonna like we understand that's what they said, but like going by the observation of the driver, if he had said that, then possibly he was already dead. Do you understand what I mean? So he's getting cold. The driver might have observed that maybe the body is getting cold. Does not mean that the body he's still alive, but he's dying. You get me? But
you know,
it
Isabella,
was it
you
could have
don't get the
been.
narration there.
I
You don't the narration there is
understand.
that yes, Isabella, wait. The narration they are trying to paint there is that the Mohbad did not panic at all. That it was inside the car that they discovered that it's about to panic. But now she
No,
now
but
make a
Wumi
testimony
already
again.
Wumi already said it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Wunmi
saying.
now make a
Yeah.
testimony that she's already panic at home. You can see that the
Yeah,
two
he
is
died at
contradicting
home.
each other.
Yeah,
Yes.
juices, ma'am. So the thing there is this, because if you even listen to Wumi's testimony, you will see she has been saying this, hitting one word and hitting the other word, going front, back, scattering everything. For me, if I'm to assume, based on my own assumption there, that 3 p.m. could actually even mean 3 a.m. Monday morning, because that's the time she said she and Mohbad stopped fighting. And I earlier asked, I said, how did they stop fighting? What made them cool down before we all went Olabalu? So before a dead body start feeling cold, or you that you're not a healthcare professional start feeling that, oh, this person is getting cold, that person might have died 1 hour before you start feeling that sensation.
Thank
After
you.
1 hour of death, between 1 hour to 2 hours of death, that's when you start feeling that sensation that this person is getting cold. So I
Thank
just
you.
feel like
No. So there's sometimes based on people experience. There are sometimes they will like, you're waiting to this boy is getting cold. Quickly rush out to hospital, and they will get there, they will do CPR and everything, and the guy will come alive. There's
No,
some people with
that is
experience.
different. That is
that's a
different.
different kind of cold, and most of those ones they go on hypo, or maybe
Yeah.
low blood
Hyperventilating.
pressure,
Yeah.
or low
Hyperventilation.
what they call
Yeah.
it. You understand? Or low blood sugar. So those two are the
Yes.
reasons why you have those kind of critical things. You get, but
Yes.
then you
Yes.
can see the person is still a bit conscious and all that. But the cold that driver even felt safe is a different
Yeah,
cold.
it's a different type of code. That's what I was
Yes.
trying to establish, because if
It's a
Mumi
different kind
already
because
said
the
he died
person's
at home.
skin becomes so soft, like subtle, like if you touch itself, it's somehow all the old muscle, everything is already weak. They're gone, like blue black.
Exactly. So that it kind of makes sense. It
We
makes
know
sense
that
because
this,
if
we know that
she
they are lying. They are just lying. God,
No,
though.
it's just safe to say that Mobad actually died in the house before they
in the
transported
house,
him to the
yeah.
hospital. That's just what it is,
And she said it. She said it that he died around 3 something in the house. She said it. So
I'm still basing my own on assumption. It could be that same 3 a.m. She said they stopped arguing, and that was that same Monday that people were getting notification before they chose to put it on a public place. Yeah,
maybe they
last.
shifted the narrative
so
to
she
Tuesday.
remembers that
Mobad,
but she just
yeah.
had to put one at 3 p.m., the other one at a.m. That's what I'm just
Yeah.
thinking out of
Yeah,
box.
Mobad actually, something definitely happened. It's the story that happened at home that we're unable to unravel. If we're able to unravel that story and everything that happened in the house between when they came back from the show up until the time when they were rushing him to the hospital, if we have all that concrete information, or someone came forward and actually narrated everything that happened in the house, then we would have a headway of what actually happened, what transpired, and who's not saying what, and who's trying to hide stuff and cover up. So he literally died, at home. I was just trying to establish the fact that, the driver obviously could be just somebody, having an observation whereby the situation is more critical than he even thought it was. You get me?
Yeah. And I doubt if there's a driver, because if we look at it, where's the driver today? And who releases a car without a driver? So it means even the Jeep, if you look at the Jeep that they screamed Mobad is dead, go and look at one other Jeep of Mobad when he was talking in the car, where he was riding. I think he wore a face cap or so in the car. It's the same interior that car has. So it could be one of them that still drove that Jeep.
So, Papariano, I don't know if you're there. I heard that what I had heard, from analysis and everything, I had thought that, they had gotten someone's car, like a neighbor's car or something funny. I don't know if that's true.
That was what
transport him to the hospital.
That was what they said, that they went and got a neighbor's car. All of them actually apparently. What was his name? Adura went, Wumi went.
Yeah, they're trying to they're still grouping themselves into everything, because how would you say you borrowed the neighbor's car when you guys have a car at home?
When they have
Do you understand?
cars.
People would have known that, okay, it's Mobad in the car, or somebody in the car, that something's happening in Mobad's house. But it was obvious that they did not want anybody to know. They didn't want the public to know. They didn't want people to know what was happening in the house or what had happened in the house, because that would have been an easy stamp of, oh, okay, something definitely happened in the house, what's happening, and then raise an alarm in the community or in the area. Do you understand what I mean? So it just seemed like they were trying to avoid, and it's just obvious, it's bait that something was happening and they were trying to cover up something, and yeah, it's just obvious, unfortunately.
And another thing, sorry to chip in again. Another thing while we're talking about this, what crossed my mind, Initially, when they were giving the testimony, they all ran out to look for cab. I went out to go and look for a taxi. This one went to look for a taxi. But when the whole body was declared dead, that they said take the body to the morgue, then the babe suddenly has the app or what? Was able to get Uber. What happened to the app when you're trying to save your husband, your
She
acclaimed
was supposed to
husband?
be there in the car, like no matter what. Like she was
No,
not
no, you're
supposed
not
to be
getting
there.
me. I'm saying now, initially when the accident happened, like, oh, the crisis was on, you were looking for cab. And I kept asking, who looks for a cab? So nobody among all 15 people in the house has Uber app. He has a
And
car.
because she was
Nobody
trying to
knows.
remove herself from being inside the vehicle at the time it happened.
Yeah,
You
but
get me?
that's what I'm saying, that even nobody has Uber app. So they had to now, before they now remembered, okay, the neighbor has a car, let them go use the neighbor's Jeep, which has the same interior as Mohbad's car interior. So they chose to use that person's car. But when it was time to move the Mohbad to the morgue, she suddenly had the app. I don't get
Even
it.
when, according to Spenny's narrative, when he said, when he said Mohbad was like, look at my
Sorry,
hand. Are you people going to leave me
Isabella,
like
I want
this?
to say something. Then
Yeah.
this Ikorodu mortuary that rejected the body. I was talking to someone recently in Lagos. The person was saying that normally if they bring a dead body to the mortuary, if they are not having a death report, the only thing the mortuary do is they charge them for money and they insist on doing autopsy. So why did the mortuary why did they outrightly reject the body? Not even giving them that option. Oh, if you want us to keep this body, then we will need to do an autopsy.
So it's possible they don't want to keep the body in the morgue. They might have suggested it, but because they want to quickly bury him.
Yeah, so it wasn't just Baba Mohbad that was in a hurry to bury this his son. Like it wasn't just Baba Mohbad. I'm trying to make you understand that there was a lot of things that happened along the way. Like Baba Mohbad was like last resort, because if somebody was almost at the point of death, like even after the nurse had come in and administered X, Y, and Z, no matter what time it was at night, like hospitals are run 24/7 in Nigeria. Do you understand what I mean? So it's like, you tried that, you tried this didn't work, or now he's almost dying. Oh, let's just rush to the hospital so that when we get there, they'll just say, oh, he died there, or something funny, right? But leading to all of these things, they said, oh, he was brought in dead. You have to go with the body, or, have to figure out something. Baba Mohbad was their last resort. And that's why right now, like, it just seems like everything is just all on him, to be honest. Like, when kids like play like stupid games, or play like, roughly, and then they're warning them, you're going to hurt yourself, you're going to hurt yourself. And then eventually, like, one person hurts themselves, and it's really bad, and then nobody can go and say, oh, mommy, I'm hurt, or daddy, I'm hurt, you warned me about this, or X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, like, when it's really bad and it's terrible, maybe the next day or 3 days after, you're going to tell your mom and dad, like, oh, this is what happened to me, I fell, I'm hurting, I can't walk, I can't do this, I can't do that. Baba Mohbad was their last resort, and I keep saying this, like, it was their last resort in order to, in towards getting rid of their situation, getting rid of what they had caused.
Ife, can I add to what you just said?
Quickly.
Please, let me add to what you just said before you take another thing. Thank you. Basically, to add to what Isabella just said, we should not forget that 2 million naira was given to them, and on the instruction that they should use it to bury Mohbad. Because that was what they said. They said the person that gave us that 2 million naira instruct us to use it to bury the Mohbad. So it's not only Baba that wanted to. It's not only Baba that wanted to bury that boy in it, but they have been given instruction and they are following the instruction.
Exactly.
Wait, I just
There's
read
something I
on
was gonna say, but I can't say it.
Wait, I just read on Abose Day CTC where it's as if they both knew that Mohbad was there before they got home, because she said she heard Baba speaking to somebody on the phone, and that person told Baba that Mohbad was at home and is dead. And she asked Baba what killed him, and Baba said something that has to do with money. So it might have been blessing that Mama heard over the phone speaking to Baba.
Exactly.
He said she heard. She said she heard Baba speaking to somebody on the phone, and that person told Baba, go to Baba is at home and is dead.
It might also have been Prime Boy. It might also have been Prime Boy, not only Blessing. It might also have been Prime Boy.
Yeah, but why is Mama Mohbad not telling us who told her and how she found out? Why is she gonna just say, oh,
she said she overheard? She probably won't know who Baba was speaking to on the phone. She said she overheard Baba speaking
That's
to
how
somebody.
she knew.
He had hints. This is
I understand.
And she said,
I understand. But she, when she came out on to the public, and she had a statement. She told us that she had, placed a call to Wunmi twice. She placed a call to Wunmi prior to all of these things that happened. You get me? So, and she had like that instinct that something was up. And when she asked to speak to her son, they said he was sleeping. That's a total red flag. Like right there is a red flag. I'm calling my child to speak to my child. You're telling my child is sleeping. I don't understand.
Isabella, so the question to Darosha and the rest of them, that the hospital advised that they take the body to mortuary, why didn't any one of them even attempt to take him to the mortuary to even see that, oh, the mortuary will request they do autopsy? Because if they are now saying they suggested autopsy at night, why didn't they earlier go to mortuary that they would suggest the autopsy? Like, hospital advised that you take the body to morgue.
Okay, let me be practical with this. You do something bad, right? And you call your friend, right, to come, help you with the situation. You tell your friend what happened or what you did, right? And you have to get rid of the body, right? Are you going to take it to a place where they're going to find out what killed the person when you know what you had done? Are you going to want to do that? Are you going to want to put the person in the place where they're in the morgue, where they're going to do an autopsy, like right there and there, when you know what you have done? Are you going to do that? It's just simple. Yes or no? Okay, she's paused. But any other person can answer.
Getting me.
Yes or no?
What I'm saying is that these are all of still part of the script, because they know what they did.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've said it. Like, they did, the things happened. A lot of stuff occurred. Baba Mohbad was their last resort. So even if they had the option of actually getting an autopsy done or depositing his body in the morgue, they were reluctant to do it. They were very reluctant to do it, because that would have found, the findings, if they had done an autopsy, like right there, everything that happened, what exactly happened to Mohbad, the time of death they would have brought everything out right there and there. If you want that to happen.
It's better. You shouldn't use that word. They are reluctant. They don't want to. They don't want to do it. It's not their reluctance.
You're not understand. You just have to give people grace in life. So that's why I said
they don't want to do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like they were. That's why I said I used the word reluctant. Like even if they had, the chance to do that, the reason why Baba Mohbad was there when they went to the police, to get police reports, they did everything they could to just get the man frustrated out of the place. I don't know if you understand what happened. Like, so many things happen. Oh, kids are like, oh, no, he's going to come inside. Oh, no, please. And we don't need that. Can we go? That kind of thing. Do you get what I mean? Like, trying to hurry up the situation because he was right there. When they left him, when he left them with, the body, and they had that option, right, of, putting him in the morgue and actually getting the autopsy done, they were reluctant. They're not going to want to do that. Right? They didn't even do it in the first place. They probably just kind of shunned it off.
They didn't do it.
Know what they had done.
It's not because they are reluctant. It's because they don't want to do it. So they didn't make a talk less of reluctance.
Yeah, but if I'm speaking publicly, I'm just gonna say that. Like, I'm just gonna say it this way. Do you understand what I mean? Like, even if they wanted to, they were reluctant, to want to even try to get that, that help that they needed to know what really happened to Mohbad.
Even if today even if they come out today and they open their mouth and say they've suggested autopsy for Baba, but Baba did not listen. the fact still remains that it depends. You know, when you are suggesting something to me and you are not telling me the importance of that thing that you are telling me, if I don't know that thing, I may not like what is all this. It's just like telling Baba, Kache, let's do autopsy for this boy. And Baba look at autopsy. Which one is autopsy? And they just remove the man. They didn't go more further to explain to Baba that, okay, if you do autopsy, we are going to know what actually killed him, how he died, the time he died, everything. You understand? They didn't take that. They didn't take the time because that Baba did not know the meaning of autopsy. So they didn't take the time to explain to him what autopsy is all about.
Just save some time. Many times they were reluctant. They were unwilling. Reluctant.
That's what I said. That you shouldn't use the word reluctant.
No, what she's saying is correct. They were reluctant. They were not willing to. They were not willing to keep the body in the morgue. That's just it.
Yeah, they're not willing to. They are not willing to keep the body.
The burial to be fast, but they are just trying to be safe by saying some things which they are going to be using later in the future. If it case, things flex up. You know what I mean? Like they were advising, like they don't like someone who doesn't want to do it. Because someone really want to do it, will take more better steps, right?
Yeah.
That's why I said that even if they tell Baba about autopsy, they will just say, Baba, let's do autopsy. They won't explain to Baba the importance of doing that autopsy, what that autopsy is all about. They just make that statement so that Baba will hear. By the time they want to talk tomorrow, they will say, I suggest this. Knowing whether Baba doesn't know what is autopsy, even most of us, somebody like me, I don't really know. I've read autopsy before. I've read it, but I didn't really take my time on it. So if somebody talk of autopsy, because I'm learning, I can go and Google of it, like, what do you mean by autopsy? But even so many of us, we don't really know all these things. So imagine they not suggest to Baba, let's do autopsy. And Baba was like, what is autopsy? Let's carry the body, let's go. They didn't take their time because they don't want to do it. They don't want it at all. But if they want to talk, they want to use something to talk. That was why they made that statement in the year of that Baba.
It's been evidently like
all of them were rotting in jail.
Yeah, it's been evidently shown because yesterday during the interview with Dr. Kemi Olunloyo, it was obvious that Baba Mohbad was oblivious to so many things. Like there were so many things he didn't even know about. That he was like, oh, I didn't know this. Nobody told me this. Oh, I didn't go to see the body. Oh, culture. Like, oh, I wasn't told X, Y, and Z was on him, on his body. Like, it was obvious that Baba, still, doesn't know a lot, that happened with Mohbad, and everything. So it was just, it's just crazy and it's just sad. Like I said, Baba Mohbad was their last resort. Like someone that does not know what is happening, they don't know what was going on. They just dump everything on him. Do you get? So they had tried everything, like all efforts, in their own.
Isabella, I want to ask a question. Isabella, let me quickly ask the question, please. Let me quickly ask the question.
I want to answer the sniper, please. The sniper, you asked a question and it was Blessing that called Baba because on Wumi's citizen, she said, when they asked her, who did you call? She said, I called Blessing. So it was Blessing.
Go on, I'm with you.
No, I'm answering your question. You said someone called Baba. I said it was Blessing because they asked Wumi, who did you call at the hospital? Who did you call? The family member, who did you call? She said, it's Blessing. I called Blessing.
No. She called Darosha.
No. She called Blessing too.
No.
Which
You didn't. How did Mama Mohbad came to know? She said, maybe through Blessing. In the hospital.
No, she said, I called Blessing.
Read it,
family member.
No, she did not. Can you read it, please?
On what page is that? On what page is that? Let me read it.
When they asked her question, I don't know the page, but when they asked her question, she said, I called Blessing. Which family member?
290 to whatever. Check Wumi's speech, then forward it.
Wait, going by, my question was this.
Sorry, the sniper. Hold on, please. What page is Wumi's page on the CTC, Papariano?
The page that I think it starts from 100 and 122, I believe. But
Okay.
It should be 200 and
100%
something. It should be 200 something.
148.
Go to
200 and something.
go to
No, it's
200 plus.
142. It starts from 142.
Okay, check it.
Depending on what you want to get from there.
There are just so many cross examination. Just check one of the cross examination.
So, but regarding this question Lizzie Eyes talked about, it was actually on Abosede Day. Abosede Day said, I heard Baba speaking to somebody.
Don't divert us now. Wait, let us clarify one first now. We'll come to that one. Let her have the information correct.
But Paparano, why she's looking for the information? Can I ask a question?
Why not?
Sure.
Yeah. I just want to find out this Davido's son that passed. Did they do toxicology on that boy?
They probably did. They probably did a toxicology and autopsy, like privately. That's, that was,
Yeah,
it was
because
a private thing.
that's what I want to find out, Elizabeth. Because I heard that they did autopsy and toxicology on that boy, and they did it in Nigeria.
They did.
And they did that in Nigeria.
Please, let's not go. I don't want to go into that toxicology and autopsy thing because that shit could be done in Nigeria, like anywhere.
Paparano.
Do you understand? But
Paparano.
I just don't want to. I don't want to do.
I don't want for you. Can I ask you, please? We're going down now.
Okay, let me start from page 141. So I want to ask you some questions, and they are divided into 4 segments. I will be asking questions about who is this disease, when did he die, where did
Sorry,
he...
we don't want, no, we don't want everything. You have to just go.
Okay, let me look for it.
Go around the hospital, please. We don't want to hear everything.
Paparano.
You have my ear go pain me. You dey try your energy where they consume. You know the feeling.
What with that again?
Your voice too hard. It's too harsh and it hard.
Yeah.
Yes, relax.
If my voice is hard for you, I go stop coming here because I don't understand what you make I do.
Maybe make
I be here watching, listening.
Maybe make it stop. Better make it stop because so that you no go cost me mental health. Because
No
now for my
problem, no problem.
All right, later say you bye.
Okay, let me read this fast. Say, he said, can you put a time frame on when he died? I think it was around 3-something p.m. on Tuesday afternoon. On that day that he died, where did he die? He died in the house.
Who said he died in the house? Who said so?
Wumi.
Okay.
He died in the house that day. I wasn't really sure about when he was injected.
Go on now. Maybe this one I want. The point.
Injected by who? By the nurse on the 12th of September. My husband and I were having a discussion after the injury at the show, and we were in the room. We are coming to that. We are at when he died now. It's so tiny. When the nurse gave him the injection, he was feeling uncomfortable. He asked his brother to get him water, and he did, but he was still feeling somehow. Can you put a name to that brother? Aloba Adura. He asked the brother to get him water, and I was at the scene with the nurse and the DJ. What is the name of the DJ? Bami, Wumi replied. Bami who? We call him Bami. Will it be Ajesebiri? Yes, thank you. You were at the scene with the nurse. Do you know the name of the nurse? Fumi Ogedegbe or something. I don't know her name. That was the first time I was meeting her. When the whole thing happened, he said we should pour him water, which his brother did, and he said we should put him inside AC So we rushed him from his room to my son's room because the AC was not working working, and he was still feeling uncomfortable. So I had to find another alternative because the nurse was not back yet. The nurse left. Yes, she left with DJ Bami to get something. I went downstairs to scream for help, and I believe we needed to take him away from that scene. The mechanic was working on his car, and he said there was no way we could take the car out. Was the car in the compound? It was outside the compound. We don't park it inside. The mechanic was outside, and he said we can't take the car, that he was working. Oh, Christ, sorry. Bear with me, it's gone down.
What happened?
Sorry, it just went all the way down so quickly. It was outside the compound. We don't park it inside. The mechanic was outside, and he said we can take the car. We can't take the car, that he was working on it. His brother came outside with me, and I told him to search around to look for a car, and our estate is very quiet. One of the people outside asked me to go to the next neighbor's house to scream for help, which I did, and I knocked for like 5 minutes, and they came outside, and I explained the situation to him, and he chose to help us. I had to call some guy to help me upstairs to carry my husband, and when we got there, they helped us carry him to the hospital. I was inside when he was reacting, but I didn't really know what happened. Can you describe the reaction? Immediately, the nurse passed the injection through his vein. I was not fully at the scene. I was at the kitchen cooking, and that was the day my son clocked 5 months, and we had an argument of cooking fried rice, and we had an agreement of cooking fried rice and turkey. I was in the kitchen. I was not fully present at the scene, and I was going and coming, but the last scene I saw was when the nurse was injecting the stuff through his vein, and immediately I opened the door. I heard him saying, "Please remove it. I am not feeling comfortable." Immediately he went to the restroom, which I followed him. He vomited and peed, and he said he was not still feeling comfortable. He said the injection was reacting on his body, and we should please get him some water. I called Bami and Adura because they were downstairs. Adura was assisting me with dicing the ingredients of the fried rice, and I called them to assist us. And on our way to the hospital, I was not stable, so I really didn't know what was happening. So she went with them. I was in the car. I was at the front with the nurse. I didn't let her go. I heard the nurse with me with our baby. Apart from you, the nurse, and the person that assisted you with the vehicle, who else? His brother, Adura, his photographer was also there. What of Ajisabiri? Ajisabiri went with the nurse to get something. At the time you were leaving for the hospital, Ajasiri went there. We met Ajasabiri. How do I pronounce that name?
Adishabiri.
Ajishabiri. Okay. We met Ajishabiri. That was when Ajishabiri and the nurse arrived. So we had to squeeze ourselves in the car. I was in the car with the nurse in the front seat with my baby, and while we were going, there was traffic on Orchid Road. I heard the driver saying his hands was getting cold, so I heard to calm down. The driver said, "What? There was traffic." That's the question. The questioner. The driver said, "What? There was traffic. There was he in the car. Where was he in the car? Where was he sitting? My husband, he was at the back." How did the driver know? Everybody was in shock. We were shaking, so he just heard his hand because he wasn't responding. He wasn't moving his body, so the driver heard his hands and said it was getting cold, and immediately I heard the word. I came down from the car and I heard to stop a bike, and I told them to help me. So we put him on Okada and myself, and we got to the hospital. So she put him on the Okada. Just yourself on the bike? Myself and OG. No, I did not enter the bike with him. He and OG. Why myself and someone I cannot recollect. So we went to the hospital, and when we got there, they rushed him inside. I am sorry to cut you. When he was placed on the bike, you weren't there? I wasn't there. There was no space. So the bike took off and left you. I followed the bike immediately. There was another bike at the back. So we got to the hospital at the same time. What is the name of the hospital? Pyramid Hospital at Orchid. What is the distance between the hospital to your house? It should be more than 10 minutes, but we spent like 20 minutes because of the traffic. When we got to the hospital, they rushed him inside, and because of the way I was screaming, they asked me not to go inside with him, and I was in shock. I didn't know what was happening at that point in time. The doctor in charge just broke the news to his brother and the DJ that he was dead, and it was their noise I heard. You went with them when they took him in. I was at the hospital, not inside the room. Inside the room where the doctor was checking up, who else was there? His brother and the DJ. Around what time was this? I really don't know. How many minutes from your arrival at the hospital did they come out to say he was dead. I think 15 minutes after we got to the hospital. What else happened? When they told me, I didn't believe it. I said my husband cannot be dead because we still spoke like 20 minutes before the whole thing. Because we were supposed to take our baby to get something for his 5th month birthday, and he said after the injection we were going there. I didn't believe it when they told me that I put a call through to his sister that they were saying nonsense here. Okay. You called who? I called his sister. What is the name of the sister? Aloba
Paparano, did you hear
Blessing.
it now?
Aloba Blessing.
Amen. Paparano, did
Aloba,
you hear? She said I called his
the
sister
sister. Yeah, Aloba
at the
Blessing.
hospital.
I could not tell anyone. I had to sit. So Bami called his cousin Darosha. That something
Wait, TSL,
happened.
TSL.
Yeah.
Hello, hold on, please. So, I know I missed some part there, and I heard where she said she called the sister. Do we know what time roughly? Are we able to get the time frame when she called the sister?
Because she said the whole check-in process lasted 15 minutes. So should we say 5 minutes after?
Which
Because
means, which means she called the sister before they went to the second hospital.
yes.
And parents
So
hospital said they came in 4:30. So
so
let's
which
walk from 4:30 to 3 because according to her, they left the house by 3.
hold on, which hospital junction did Baba say he got to? Was it Pyramid or whatever they call it, or Pyramid or Perez?
This was they just said hospital, Kuramed,
So Baba got to the Pyramid junction and they told
Orchid
him to go home.
Junction. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was one statement where he said it was a junction and he was looking at the hospital, but he didn't get to the hospital. What hospital was he talking about? Was it the Pyramid or the Pyramid or Perez?
I don't know. Maybe Kuramed. Maybe.
He said it was at Oshi bus stop. So we
So
don't know the
Orchid
hospital.
is Kuramed.
So Orchid,
Because on here they've not
Who called
talked
Darusha?
about.
Who called Darusha?
Okay.
DJ Bami.
Sorry.
DJ
Sorry.
Bami.
DJ Bami.
Yeah, DJ
Yes.
Bami. Hold
At
on.
the hospital, Wumi called Blessing and DJ Bami called Darusha.
Darusha.
That's what happened.
Hold on, let me read it again. Aloba Blessing. I could not tell anybody. I heard to sit, so Bami called his cousin Darusha that something had happened.
What page?
That
What page is that? What page is that? Just brief me.
147.
All right.
That something had happened that he should come, and I called Darusha too. Oh, she also called Darusha, and I called Darusha too that I wanted to take my husband from this hospital to another hospital for confirmation because I could not believe that they what they said. About how many minutes from when
TSL,
you
please
were
hold on
informed?
again. TSL, please hold on
Yeah.
again. Now let's place this thing that she's talking about and put it to Mama. Mama said she called at 3 o'clock on Tuesday. So
On
Mama
Monday.
said she called. No, Mama CTC now. She said go to Mama CTC. She said she called on Tuesday. Monday is out. She said she didn't hear from them on Monday. So
Okay,
she
then.
called on Tuesday. So if Mama called on Tuesday at 3 o'clock, where did Wumi call what's that girl's name?
Blessing.
Mama Blessing. If Mama called her free, how did Wumi and the story Mama gave that Emajeka Sukuomo, the widow bit, how did that come into picture on Tuesday?
Exactly.
Do you understand?
What are you saying?
No, I think that was
So
on Monday.
no, go by her CTC now. Forget what she said. Go by her CTC now. On her
Okay.
CTC, she said Monday, she didn't hear from them at all on Monday. She heard from them. She was expecting them on Monday. They never came and they didn't call her. So she called them on Tuesday. She said she called on Tuesday. So if you spoke to Wumi on Tuesday and Wumi told you Ojo Mayaka Sokuomo and all of those things, how was Wumi able to call Blessing and tell Blessing something had happened at that time frame?
Because Wumi never said she spoke to Mama here either.
Do you
She
understand?
said she
Let's
spoke with
give grace.
Darusha
Let's
and
give
Blessing.
grace. Maybe she felt that, Blessing was a better person to break the news to other than Mama Bobad.
No, that is not the bone of contention. Now, the bone of contention is what Mama said in her CTC is contradicting what Wumi is saying now within that time frame. At 3 o'clock, Mama said she called Wumi, and Wumi said, "Hello, Mayaka Shoku Omo," the widow bid that she said, "Mayaka Shoku Omo, something had happened." And now she's saying she placed a call to Blessing at the same time.
Yeah, so maybe Mama does not know, like, she's definitely contradicting herself. Like, let's not forget that she's elderly, and obviously, like,
No.
No,
The
you don't
problem here is not
understand.
Mama.
Mama.
The problem here is not Mama. The problem here is not Mama. It's because they want to change the narrative of Mama from Monday to Tuesday. So when they are changing the narrative, they forgot to change the timing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? They forgot to change the timing. Knowing where that they also have planned their own, their own story at that particular time.
Got you.
TSL, stop there and now go to Mama's. Just note that page you're on here and go to Mama's CTC.
What page is that? What page is that?
Hold on 1 second.
Please have a look.
1 second, I'll get
In
back
fact,
to you.
today is the first day I'm getting to know that DJ Bami and what's it called? That Mohbad are cousins. That they are cousins. It is well.
It's from where?
Maybe from the cities now they said Daosa and DJ Bami are cousins.
No. DJ Bami
called the cousin Darusha.
Called Mohbad's cousin.
And so it's cousin. Nice. Now I got it. I got
scared
it now.
me.
I got it.
How many family members?
And because I was like, hey, this is my first time of hearing that too.
Okay.
Like we all say that there's no perfect kind.
The
Like they just want to change the narrative.
What page, please? I'm still looking.
I'm trying to get the real. I don't want to give you a page. I want to give you a page where she spoke about that Tuesday bit, so you don't have to look too far. I'll get back to you shortly. I'm going through it.
Okay.
So, Papariano, I have a question. Like, what do you think is going on? What do you think is going on between this CTC and what Mama Mohbad had already told us?
No, I'm coming. I'm trying to get myself corrected on something. I heard women talk about the Russia somewhere, so I'm trying to confirm myself from another cross-examination. They are saying there are some things that they are saying differently depending on who is cross-examining them. So it's not just one. Yes. So let me just quickly clarify myself, and I'm checking something. Just go on with what you're doing.
Should I just continue reading while he's looking for the page?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm sorry, TSL, please, sorry, just hold a minute because we are still on this hospital palaba. Now, do you know on the police preliminary report, when they mentioned the people that rushed Mohbad to the hospital, they mentioned Damola. But now, Wumi did not mention Damola. Who was the driver? What is the name of that driver? They just said a driver, but they did not mention the driver's name. But police mentioned Damola among the people that rushed Mohbad to the hospital. Because I don't see any reason why unknown driver, person that does not even know Mohbad, would turn to Mohbad's attention, holding Mohbad's hand.
And Mumi is not the one holding the hand. No
Now she
comments.
said it was the
No, she
neighbor's
was holding the baby, so it was the driver
No,
that
you know,
now.
So they
put his
carried the
hand.
baby again.
Yeah, she was with the
Wow.
baby at the front.
no, sometimes if
Please.
sometimes that sometimes when you are driver,
I'm listening.
Anyway, let me just continue. I called Darosha too that I wanted to take my husband from this hospital to another hospital.
TSL, sorry, you're going now.
Go back. That's what I want. Did he call, or Darosha was already there? Because
No,
there was.
she called Darosha too. Said I called Darosha too that I wanted to take my husband from this hospital to another hospital.
Go back like 3 lines before.
3 lines before. Okay.
Because that was what I was looking for. I never see the other side where she said she called Blessing. I was always with this one of Darosha. So go back.
Okay, said, you called who? I called his sister. What is the name of the sister? Aloba Blessing. I could not tell anybody. I heard to sit. So Bami called his cousin Darosha that something has happened and that he should come, and I called Darosha too that I wanted to take my husband from this hospital to another hospital for confirmation because
Called him and then called Darosha too.
yeah, both of them did. That I could not believe what they said.
Yeah, because there was a place where she said she called Darosha. I didn't hear Blessing. Anyway, I'm going to sort it out. Just go on. What you're doing.
About how many minutes from when you were informed of his death did Darosha arrive? I think 20 minutes after. This Darosha, where does he stay? On the island at Aja. When Darosha got there, he said his brother cannot be dead, just like I said, and we took him from that hospital. Do you know the real name of Darosha? Bolu Adeyemo. What is the name?
Yeah, Bolu Adeyemo.
Bolu Adeyemo. What is the name? Adeyemo. What is the name of this hospital? I don't remember at that period. But I went to that hospital with them, and when we got there, they said the same thing, that he was dead, and I got to understand that things were getting real already, and he was dead, and that at period in time.
TSL,
Yeah.
please don't. I want you to note that when you stop there and go to page 134.
134.
Please, 134. Let me see. My eyes, no, 124. 124. Sorry, 124.
Okay, 124. Okay. Should I start from the question or from the police station?
Start from where it says coming to the closer time.
Okay.
Can you
question.
see?
Yeah. Question. Coming to the closer time. I was in his house for 10 days. Then his father called me on the Thursday of that week, and I told him I was at Promise house, and he asked what I was doing there, and I told him he should come also. He came. His elder siblings was there in his house also. His father left the second day, but I stayed back. Then on Friday, he got new chairs, and I told him I wanted the old ones. And he said I should call his father to help me carry them. On Saturday, his father came to help me and the chairs, and that was the same day he told me he was coming to Ikorodu for a show, and after the show, they would lodge somewhere and come to my place to play with me. On Sunday, I went to
TSL, pause, please. Pause, please. Now, we are clearing the bill because the other team have been saying Baba parked the chair to his house. That part has been corrected now. He came to park it for Yamobad. So those chairs are with Yamobad, not with Baba. From this statement, because they've been saying Baba went to the house to park his old chairs. But now that has been cleared. But continue.
Okay, I went to church and got back on Monday night. Then I called his wife on Tuesday morning. We spoke and I asked of my son and Liam, and she said they were all right. I asked if they were together overnight, and she said yes, and asked me if I heard anything, and I said no, that I only asked because they said they would come to my place, and she said he is asleep, and he also sustained an injury in the show they went to, but it wasn't much. I prayed and she said they would call me when he wakes up. That same day, by after 3, I prayed. Then by 4, I went to the shop he rented for me, and I saw that rain fell, so I called his wife to tell her that the shop is leaking, but when she picked up, she told me to start coming, that she is not going to be a widow.
TSL, stop there now. Now, we've been able to get a time frame that she spoke to this person at 3 o'clock, between 3 and 4, right? Yes or no? She spoke to Wumi. And this is the same time Wumi is saying she's in the hospital, calling, what's that girl's name? Blessing and Darosha, they were in the hospital. But instead, Mama is telling us something else now.
No, that was the time they were carrying the body on the bike, and she was on the bike. Yes.
So, 2 different, you understand? 2 different stories now.
That was the time she was on the bike.
That was the reason why I said they want to change. They told Mama to say it's on Tuesday, not on Monday. But they forgot to change all the narration, all the timing and everything. That is what killed them. Like people used to say that there's no perfect crime.
So now the question I want to ask now is this: when they went to the inquest, I don't know if Paparano can answer this. Obviously, those videos that she made, would they be allowed to ask questions about those videos? Because obviously on those videos she said it was on Monday and all of those things. Now in CTC she's saying Tuesday. Are they able to fact check both? Because on Tuesday now she's giving us a different narrative, which is not aligning.
You can never mess up the algorithms of social media and internet. You cannot mess up algorithms.
Matter is the one that they say under the oath,
which is the CTC.
The CTC and police reports.
So now, when you now carry, now we've got Wumi, we've got Mommy Wumi and Mommy Mohbad and Wumi saying 2 different things. Now, if you carry this to DJ Bami, so you all need to put, because I've done all of these things, I've put them separately and I've seen that they all contradicted. But when you start reading one after the other, you miss a lot of things. You need to put them together, and you're going to find a lot of jargons.
Sniper, that's why we say if Nigeria police really want to work, after the inquest, all this testimony will be given to them. When they look into it, they will know that there is, they are trying to cover something here, that something is fishing. So if they interrogate them separately, give them thorough interrogation, truth will come out. Somebody somewhere will say the truth.
Oh my goodness, these people.
Somebody lies today, ask that person that same thing tomorrow. You know that person is lying because he won't be able to give it to you in details anymore. Especially when you even ask that person in another direction, not a straight question, that you tweet the question. The person will not be able to give you.
You can go on TSL. You're still going to find some other things if you care, if you're interested. Because I don't know if what we're talking about here, if the Lego team are going to make use of it. I don't know. But there are so many contradicting stuff.
TSL, please, before you go on, because on BBC Pidgin, I read Dijibami testimony in the inquest, and Dijibami said it was when Darusha came in, Darusha removed the Kotiwu at the first hospital. Now, if you take a dead body to the hospital,
You find that in the Dijibami.
Yes, said Darusha removed the Kotiwu. Hospital just confirm someone dead, and they will just apply a Kotiwu or someone's nose.
Don't mind them. It's the Kotiwu they bought the day before. When they said
no, it's Liam's cotton wool, the remaining of Liam's cotton wool that she had at home. That's what she used.
The time they said they went to buy spirits and all that, they went to buy the stuff that they embalmed him with.
She prepped herself. Like, it's like listening to like the CTC of hers. Like she was over prepped. She was studying. She was trying to calculate everything, trying to figure out how she's gonna scheme her way through every avenue. Who asked you about the neighbor? Like, who asked you about? You say you went to go and scream out. You're always screaming out loud. How come we did not hear your voice? How come? You're always going to go and ask for help? You're always going to go and scream for help.
The CTC alone is enough to solve this case, because all their statement, this that they've given to the inquest, none of them tallies. This one won't go left, the other one won't go right.
Mm-hmm.
It's enough to solve this case.
They need to bring them back out, and they need to bring them
and
back
I can't
out
believe after this, none of them even took it and tried to see if any of it is matching each other. They just left it like that. Wow.
Have you forgotten that they said they didn't have any information, there was no records, they weren't giving us anything? This is what happened last year, like before before we started the new inquest that they reopened. Like, nobody had information about this. So trust that Mumi is studying this thing like crazy. So if they ever bring her out or ask her to come and explain stuff, she's going to try and say something, but she's going to shoot herself in the foot, because she did that so many times in the CTC.
Yes, okay, now they are coming with Omake Jabis, Omak Precious. Sorry, I don't know if I'm saying it right. They are coming with Omake Jabis. Now, who on earth will set Omak Precious on a glass?
Omakenje.
Poisonous knife.
Isn't Obe stew?
No, Obe knife. Just say poisonous knife.
Don't pronounce why you Oba for also.
Sorry.
But then Obe is this the same thing like soup? Obe? It's the same thing, isn't it?
Same spelling, different pronunciation. The same spelling, different pronunciation.
Different spelling. Sniper, the same spelling.
How do you spell Obe? Is it not Obi? Are you Jalabe?
It's the way you say it. It's the sound. I think it's the accent.
Jalabe. But you still spell it the same way, but you Jalabe?
It's a lot now.
Obe, do me.
Obe
is me do. Obe is me do.
Do me.
Is it me do already do?
Be.
Obe
is me do.
Obe is Obe Redo.
Obe.
Obe is
All
few.
is red.
Obe is nice.
All is
Obe.
red.
Middle. Obe. Middle.
No, Papa
Obe.
Rihanna, what is me? Me.
Me is the up mark, the accent mark that go up.
So if you now say it's now me.
All is going up now. All is going up now. All is going up now.
Wait. This is the mark V. This one is down. Oh, this is me.
Do, re, mi.
Yes. So,
Papariano, this one wey you see na French. Na French they do not mean.
Obe.
Papariano.
Remi.
The reason why I don't even try to speak Yoruba.
Forget Remi. Let's go. Me, I'm watching match.
Do.
Right. What
Come
else?
and carry your kids in the CTC. Oh. All your kids lies in the CTC. You need to train them better.
Lizzie was going to say something. Go on, Lizzie.
I was trying to say they said the poisonous knife, but police told us Mohbad punched a glass. So where is this whatever poisonous knife? Where is it coming from? Because the police never mentioned a poisonous knife. Or are they trying to say they set the poisonous knife close to the glass so Mohbad will punch the glass?
Lizzie, you know what? That was the report they gave police. Because looking at this whole thing, you will know that police did not do any investigation on this matter. It was the each person reports that they just joined together. And from their own reports, they said he hit a glass. But it was later that there was a rumor of Obemakeje poisonous knife that was coming in. And when you look at that Mohbad hand where he had injury, you will know that this one is not a punching of glass. Definitely something caught his hand, not a punch of glass. And this person, Alibe Abuebe, said it, Wunmi herself never denied it. Like, where is this one coming from? There's nothing like Obeo. He only hit his hand on the glass, but he never said anything. Instead of us to say
where is Juices? She's not here. Juices, where are you speaking from? You're not here.
I'm speaking on the panel, but I don't know. I'm not even seeing myself either.
You're missing. But let me ask you one question.
Request back. Let me bring your please request back.
Okay,
Paparando, let me ask you a quick question before you go. Yeah.
Let Jesus come. I'm very busy. Let Jesus come. Request back, please.
Okay, let me ask anybody here. If you punch a window or you punch a glass here and it doesn't break, would you have any injury, or it's just gonna, like, if you punch it hard and it does not break?
Let me, the sniper.
Yeah,
Good morning,
you should
everybody.
have
Good
at least
afternoon.
on your fist. You should have a bruise there. Even your wrist, you'll be broken. You dislocate your wrist, your fist, everything.
We can't see who is talking. Who is talking?
Your knuckles. It's TSL. Hey, Golden Seal.
TSL.
Hey, baby girl.
TSL. We can't see you.
I'm here. I can
see
see
you.
I can
We
see
can see
myself.
her. She's here. We can see her. Yeah, she's
I'm
here.
right
We can see her.
at
Okay, I
the
can't
bottom
see
of
her.
the panel. Yeah.
Okay. I can't see you. Okay, go on.
Yeah.
If you punch here and it doesn't break, you get bruises where?
Your knuckles,
Your
your
knuckles.
fist, your wrist, it will be gone. It will be damaged.
Yeah,
Do
you
you
might
get?
And
Do
it
you
will be
get?
swollen. It will be swollen. Because
Do
I used
you
to
get
do,
some kind of cut or like a tear?
you should have,
only if no,
you should
you
have,
have a
if you're going to
fracture.
have a cut, you have a fracture. But if you're going to have a cut, it should start right from your fist all the way to your forearm.
Yeah.
and before
The
you
only thing that
have
could have
Elizabeth, please, before you have such wound, definitely your hand went through the glass.
Exactly.
He went
Yeah,
through the
but
glass.
if the glass don't break, that's listen. If it
Oh,
doesn't break,
if it doesn't
yeah,
break, no.
yeah.
If it doesn't break,
So
you
if it
won't really
doesn't
have
break,
a cut.
what will not cut you? Nothing will cut you. And your bone
That is
will
what
not
I'm
just
talking
move.
about.
Yeah,
That
it
is
will
what
be
I'm talking about here
swollen.
now.
Yeah,
That is what I'm
your
talking about here
fist
now.
will
It's
be
like you.
swollen and your wrist will be swollen because you've dislocated it. Not a cut. Come on.
Yeah, I was
If,
gonna say
even
that.
before your wheat gets slow, definitely that thing you eat is very, very hard. Like you eat it hard, like somebody eats a wall or something.
Yeah. So
If it doesn't go
if you
in, yeah, your
punch,
joints. What happens to your joints if it doesn't go in? Say you punch wall now, yeah. Obviously, you don't expect that wall to crack open, right? What happens to your
yeah.
joints?
You can be
So you
feeling
could
pain.
fracture. So you could have a fracture, right? At that, like when you make a fist, you could have fracture right there and then. Your forearm and the top of your the back of your palm could be inflamed, like it could be inflamed that due to the fracture that is on there and due to like the impact that you feel. You
Exactly,
could be
exactly.
inflamed, but hot and all these things. Like our skin is not like we're not robots, like whereby you hit something and then your hand opens up. No, it doesn't make any
And that
sense.
area will be black. It
True,
will
it'll be
lose its color.
If you bruise easily, it would turn dark or
Darker than
green.
the other part
Yeah,
of your body, yeah. Because of the inflammation.
yeah, true. In fact,
Those children, it is well with them. I don't just know. So many, as in Prime Boy, Spendy, every one of them. There's something that they call conspiracy mathematics. It seems in mathematics, conspiracy theory. That is what is happening between the kids, those kids. Well, it is well. It is well. And for I want to say something concerning the petition Mama Mohbad wrote. I don't know why people are saying that is a fake. I don't want Baba's legacy to see it as a fake. This one has kind of, for me, it should kind of give Baba power to take steps because he has wanted, people have been encouraging him, telling him to do that, and he said, yeah, I can't do it because they are my family. And if he does it now, nobody will blame him for that.
Juices, Mama has said she did not petition Baba.
Did she come out? Did you see her? She did do a video of that.
She didn't.
Hold on. She was called on the MFM platform, and she debunked it that she doesn't know anything. She didn't tell anybody to write a petition to Baba, petition Baba. And when they do their findings, then they saw that it was Dawa Class was the one that wrote the petition. When Dawa Class was making his own explanation, Dawa Class says Mama Mohbad should remember the day he went to the lawyer office and he was lamenting. Okay, if somebody should come to your office and was lamenting, does it send you to do that? That is where MFM was trying to drag Dawa Class. That's how can you do that? He didn't send you to do it. Why did you do it?
Okay, what about
they all bash him that very day because Mama Mohbad said he did not send anybody to petition Baba. They all bashed him.
But God, what about the Wumi zone? I thought I had that is 2 petitions, one from Wumi, one from Mama.
Well, that Wumi zone, I did not hear about that, but I only hear when I only hear about that Mama Mohbad when what's it called, MFM was dragging Dawa Class about it. That what he did is wrong. Nobody sent you to do
I
that.
was
So
there.
why are you doing it? That's all.
I was there
Yes,
on
because they all bashed him seriously and was so tough. So
yeah, I was
but
there.
about Wumi zone, I don't know.
I was there with you with Mommy Comfort TV that night. But the thing is about Wumi never came outside and debunk his own. I hold. So they should use it like it was
I don't know
the first
too,
person that took
because
that
I've not.
step. They should just use that she was the first person that took that step. So if Papa take that step, nobody will be dragging him for that.
Well, it is well. And I want to talk about that Obema Kweje. If you remember, if you listen to that conversation carefully, you will see from the beginning when the first guy was talking, saying that nígbà tí àwọn gbọ́ nípa pé bọ̀bọ́ yẹn nǹkan tó ó kú, pé ìgbà táwọn gbọ́ páwọn ṣe pé nínú ìwádìí táwọn ṣe pé wọ́n sọ pé Obema Kweje ló fi gún bọ̀bọ́ yẹn. You understand? And this Obema Kweje of a thing, kò kí ń ṣe nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé you can touch you from that kind of Obema Kweje and you got home safely. No. Because most people that are talking about that about that Obema Kweje, they are saying that instantly to react on that person's body. Okay, let's not assuming that they got home and somebody came into the house to touch Mohbad or stab Mohbad with that Obema Kweje. Wunmi was inside that house. Who? Because Darusha said when they said when they got home that they met 2 people in the house. Abi? Did Wunmi try to question those 2 people? Who are the people? Who invited them before they got to the house? Who invited them? Who are the 2 people that they met in that house? And Wunmi, can you please tell us who are the people that, who is the particular person? I think Darusha was inside that house too. Who is that guy? Or who are they that stabbed Mohbad? Okay, with that Obema Kweje, let's assume that at least when Adura to rush into that room when he heard Mohbad screaming, how many people did you meet standing in that room, in that place? How many people did you see? What position did you see them? How did they look like? Is Mohbad struggling to survive? Or how? Or could you say, Papariano, that when they stabbed him with that Obema Kweje, he was now rolling around the bed, and to the point that the old duvet was being soaked with blood? Because Baba said only Asho White in the Kampala was soaked with blood. Could it be that Obema Kweje? Or? And if you listen to Kemi Olulo, your interview yesterday, you heard everything she said. That there is a stab at towards Mohbad's truth. English one, you know.
Larynx. Yeah, larynx.
Lungs.
Cord. Larynx cord. Like,
Yes.
yeah, that
Okay.
area.
So, okay,
Good to
is
see.
Wunmi going to
Sorry
tell
to
us that
cut you
doesn't
short.
witness all those things in the house?
And you know, if you guys check when Mohbad was in the ambulance, you see the mark on Mohbad's throat, just where Iyabo
Really?
said. Yes. I was about to even upload that picture. I don't know why I never will upload them.
They
So
wanted to get rid of Mohbad's vocal
we did
cords.
that.
It's unfortunate. You can't buy it.
So is Wunmi going to
God gave
tell
us
us?
enough.
Is Wunmi going to tell us that he did not witness all of this? He did not see those people doing those things?
No. It's just, I don't
God,
know,
go
it's just
ahead.
sad.
God, do you want to say something? Come
God,
on.
were you saying something?
Yes, you want to say
And
something.
I was
Oh,
actually telling the guys to please upload the picture for us so we can see.
yeah, I don't know. Why
But you
would you
dropped
go
the
to